Welcome back. Saturday morning here, and the action's about to heat up at the IPF 2018 Classic Powerlifting World Championships in Calgary, Canada. We've got the 72, 84, and 84 plus Women Masters 1. I'm joined by Ryan, six-pack Labrador, and our first lifter is Diana from Republic of South Africa, looking for 85 kilograms. We have got a big day of lifting ahead of us. Tune in and look at all the action.
What do the referees say? 3 white lights. Hey, Crips, the blood's got nothing on you.
3 white lights were on the board. That's the way to get the morning started. Debbie McAlpine from the Republic of South Africa looking for 125 kilograms.
Not looking for any major scraps here, just want some easy openers.
Yeah, it's the first session of the day. Nerves are probably at their highest.
Yeah, exactly.
You've been waiting all week for this, so you've had all week to get nervous.
It's easy to figure out now. Come on,
This is a nice conservative squat. I mean, she hit a 132.5 at the Commonwealth Championships last year. Finished third overall. It's a good conservative opening lift.
Nice step.
Very smooth lift.
Yep.
Yeah, we saw the importance yesterday of choosing those opening lifts. I mean, we saw David Rex, you know, the favourite for a 9-time World Championships.
Yeah, what a shocker that was. And the thing is, too, he had such a big lead that he could have even, with 600-pound squat opener, he didn't need 640, but...
Yeah, certainly didn't. Maria Delores Salsa from Brazil looking for a massive 130 to open the day.
Masters 1.
You gotta love the new look Brazilian uniforms.
The SBDs, yep.
SPD, the new yellow.
Well, let's see what they say about that depth.
She gets the 2 wide lines, but the head referee agreeing there that might have been a little bit shy.
It's from we got the same view as the head ref, and it was definitely borderline. She's not going to want to go any higher than that.
Christine Cluj from Canada looking at 137.5.
The Canadian Masters have been doing very well this World Championships.
Yeah, the Canadian and the US coaches, you've got to take your hats off. I mean, their selections for their lifts have been absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, I know, speaking with both those head coaches, the teams, they do a lot of research into competitors as well. They got scouting reports on every single one of the competitors they're going against.
Yeah, it's a lot of work, but they take their job seriously.
Yeah, very. They even do percentages of how many times their competitors have missed their third attempts.
Wow.
So they know, yeah.
3 white lights for Christine. Audrey Butler from the US of A. We're just talking about the US coaches.
Right on cue.
They have had a really busy week so far. They've got a huge team.
And wait till the open starts. High stress. Everyone's watching.
142.5 for Audrey Butler.
Give her a round of applause for opening squat. 142.5 kilos.
And thus far, we've seen nothing but smooth openers, as you would expect. Nobody's opening up too close to the edge.
Yeah, that first lift of the day, I mean, all you really want to do is put something on the board and then you can relax a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
You miss that opening lift, your whole day becomes anxiety and stress then. Good depth.
Wow. No question
Very
there.
smooth
Yeah.
lift. Gets a 3 white lights for 142.5.
Some of these ladies are going to be making some big jumps in their second attempts, covering ground quick.
Vicky Taylor-Hood, another Canadian, 155. These guys have been busy too. They've got another big team.
If I'm not mistaken, Vicky has won the World Championships. I think maybe a weight class up, though, as an M1. You probably got her profile, sir.
I'm pretty sure we can find the data with the great technology we have.
Yeah, it's World Championships in 2016.
2016.
As an 84.
84 M1, first overall.
So drop the weight class. Let's see if the...
She's got a 162.5 at the Nationals this year. So 155 is a really smart opener. You'll notice some of the occasional athlete has one side of the rack in and one side of the rack out. Sometimes it's just personal preference.
Whoa, whoa.
Just got a little bit off balance. What a great job from the spotters there, though.
Yeah, they were fast. That's got to be said. The
They
spotters
really
are bang
picked that
on.
up quick. Should be a little disappointed. Just got herself a little bit out of line and came forward. I mean, we've got the benefit of the slow motion replay here.
Yeah, what happened here? So she hit it, and coming up, almost
Just
launched
lean
herself
forward a little bit. You know, when you've got that much weight on your back, you lean a little bit forward, it's going to keep you going.
Yeah, I think if she could probably make some adjustments. It's probably a weight that she's chosen that if something like this happens,
Yeah,
a couple
the weight's
minor.
not hard, 155, well below.
Yeah.
Eno Bajomi from Great Britain, 160 kilograms. And the biggest opening squat of this weight class is the 72 kilo women.
Depth. Nice.
That was a very smooth lift.
Oh,
2 white lights.
One
We've
on-
got one on depth and one on knee lockout, is it?
yeah, but let me take a look at that. So, I thought depth for sure was there, and the knees aren't locked. Wow, that's a tough one.
That was a tough call, but the refs have got the best view. Anjanette Winards from Canada.
Yeah.
We're looking at 160.
She's a big deadlifter.
Squats beltless as well.
That should be
Very
good.
smooth. Good
Yep.
depth on that. That was
Slow
a
and controlled.
really smooth squat with 3
Three
white
whites.
lights.
Kept herself under control.
Very composed. Joe Stoneface Whiteley from Great Britain, 177.5.
Joe Stoneface. She got a poker face.
You wait till she comes out and lifts.
You know,
You don't know if she's excited, if she's upset, if she's angry.
Yeah, some of these lifters are stoic. Sometimes even in the lift while under great duress, they never break it.
We've been really lucky. Joe Stoneface Whiteley gave us a couple of days of her time to help commentate.
Yeah, she
Which was
did.
absolutely fantastic to tap into her knowledge and experience.
It's appreciated. 177.5. Oh, it's a bit of work, though.
A little harder than she would have
Yeah.
liked.
That's a little hard for an opener.
And she gets 2 white lights. Doesn't show any emotion. When Joe was saying earlier in the last couple of days that first squat for her, she is so nervous, just wants to get out of the road. So 9 times out of 10, that squat's probably really fast.
Yeah.
But the nerves settled in.
Yeah.
Tracy O'Callaghan from Great Britain looking at 182.5.
Loaded, 182.5 kilos.
So far, only one lifter missing their opening attempts.
The lift for the Great Britain lifter.
And that's really what you want to see. You want to see everybody getting the board.
That is now a good lift.
Yeah, I mean, you really want to see the athletes get those opening lifts.
Yeah.
It just takes the pressure off a little bit. I mean, this is a highly competitive sport, and these athletes train hard. But, you know, at the end of the day, they also have fun out there. They love doing what they do.
Nice depth. Very disciplined squat right there. She knows it. Smile on her face.
Yes, the 2 white lights, that's enough.
Yeah, let's take a look at that depth, though. Let's see here. I mean, it's on the line, I guess.
Melissa Copeland from the US of A looking at 185.
This is the biggest opener in the 84 plus.
Yeah, she hit 180 last year at the USAPA Nationals.
USAPL, sir?
Yeah, USAPL Nationals, 180.
Yep, depth is there. A little bit of work, though.
Yeah, probably a bit harder for an opening lift than what you'd really want.
I mean, you would just the nomination was a little close, I thought, for an opener as well. So
Yeah, I mean, squat numbers don't tend to come up that fast. I mean, that was a year ago, she hit 180. So 185, you wouldn't expect to be too far away from what a best lift is now.
especially a master one lifter, probably been lifting a while.
All right, back round to the 72s. Gaynor Cripps from Republic of South Africa looking at 92.5.
First we hear from Gaynor from the Republic of South Africa. Bars loaded.
So a decent 7.5 kilo jump. Her opener moved well.
Very, very tall lifter
Yeah,
in the
wow.
72 kilo class.
For 72 kilos, she is tall. Easily the tallest person on the platform
Yeah,
right
I
now.
think she'd have to be the tallest in her class.
Oh, I would assume so. Long way down, long way up. Oh, she's fighting, but no.
Just got caught in the midsection there,
Yeah.
the sticking point. Got her hips out of position.
I tell you
The
what,
bar starts pushing forward.
she was game for the fight and literally froze there for a long time for a squat. You never want to see someone
Really?
completely expend themselves, but
Yeah, it's a second lift. You don't want to give everything you've got. Debbie McAlpine, 130 kilograms.
competing 4 years. Cripps also not a long time veteran.
It just goes to show, I mean, it doesn't matter what age you are. You can always start powerlifting. She's been competing for 4 years, and here she is at the World Championships.
Now, some of these ladies been competing for, but who knows how long they've been lifting weights.
Yeah, well, Debbie McAlpine's a personal trainer, so I imagine she's
Yeah.
been lifting weights for quite some time.
Exactly. And her form looks bang on.
And she's having to
Whoa.
work for it, though.
Yeah, she is. You know, right on cue, I said her form looks bang on, and you said she has to work for it. Because she stays in the pocket, no breakdown technically, she's able to fight it through. Look at this bar path. Right over the foot, never
Yeah.
veers out of the
Even
proper
through
plane.
the fight there, she's
Yeah.
still at the bar line.
Well done. Now, that being said, she doesn't have a big jump for her third now,
She
does she?
hasn't got a lot left in the tank for her third lift now.
Writing's
Maria
on the
de
wall.
Lourdes Souza from Brazil looking at 137.5.
The Brazilians, they came with a pretty big
They
team
have
this
got a
year.
big team this year,
Yeah.
haven't they?
Now, this is going to be a personal best for her. She's been competing 2 years, so oftentimes, you know, their personal best gets shattered meet by meet.
Yeah, in those early years of competition, you tend to make some really big gains early on.
And in that case, her nomination, that's when someone like this can creep up on you real quick. Throw those numbers out the window. You don't know what she's capable of. Oh, nicely done.
That was a very smooth
Yeah.
lift. That was a good second lift choice.
If I didn't tell you that was a personal best, you would never have thought it. That's
No
how smooth
chance.
that, yeah.
She gets 2 white lights. Christine Cluj from Canada, 145. Hit a 147.5 this year at the Canadian Nationals.
She's got a little room to spare.
She's an extremely focused lifter.
Yeah, very tall and lean as well.
Great for deadlifts, not so great for squats.
Yeah, it's a long way down, and this is where levers come into play, but she's got a pretty good technical squat, so she's getting the most out of what she brings to the table. Look at that. That's very nicely technically done. See?
Stays in a line.
Yeah.
Bar path never changes.
Yep.
You know, and if you can keep that technique and that form from breaking down, you give yourself a chance to fight through.
That's right. And it's when you let the technique, when the weight kind of bullies you and you give way and the technique breaks down even a little, it's a whole nother, you can add another 10% on there.
Audrey Butler from the USA looking for 150 kilograms.
Audrey taking a 7.5 kilo jump.
Yeah, it's a fairly modest sort of jump for a squat.
Yeah. Giving herself room for a third attempt. Let's see how she uses this.
As we can see, I mean, she's a little shorter than the last couple of lifters and gives her those probably a little bit of a biomechanical advantage in the squat.
Yeah, for sure. Just like the lifters with the long arms benefit in the deadlift, but a huge disadvantage in the bench. Yeah. Nice
Very
squat.
smooth
Wow,
lift.
that was nice.
That looks like a pretty easy second lift. I think she's got plenty of room there.
That could have been an opener. She could probably gamble a little bit on her third attempt. And if she's a squatter and this is where she's planning on picking up all of her kilos, she probably should.
Vicky Taylor-Hood from Canada, 155.
Now, I'm expecting Vicky just does a couple minor adjustments and hits this.
Yeah, I think, I mean, weight-wise, I mean, this is a fair way away from her best comp lift.
Yeah.
You know.
Now,
I think it was just she got offline. And as we said earlier, you get that form breakdown, you get offline a little bit.
it's tough to regain.
You add a good 10 or 15%.
Easy. And if you're tilting forward with that momentum on your back, I mean, there's not really much you can do.
Yeah, and the training in powerlifting, I mean, we train the neural pathways. You know, the
That's
same
right.
movement over and over again. So you come offline, the neural pathways, it's a new movement for you.
That's there.
Much better lift.
Yep.
Gets it on the board.
Should
3
have it.
white lights. Just fixed up that little technique issue.
Take another look at this.
Eno Mujomi from Great Britain
Good
looking
step.
for 165.
And speaking of solid teams, the Brits are well represented at this World Championships.
Yeah, it's great to come to these events. You know, different parts of the world, different teams get the opportunity to send more athletes. And Canadians and Americans have the opportunity to send big teams here for this one.
Mm-hmm. Now, 5 kilo jump. She had no major struggles with her opener. This should be well within her means.
Yeah, I can't imagine it putting up too much of a challenge for her.
Nicely done.
Very smooth all the way through.
She's got a lot left. That's kind of scary.
Yeah, there's a lot of room to move.
Oh,
there.
whoa,
She
wait.
didn't quite get depth. The
Depth.
referees have
Let's
said not deep enough.
Take a look. That looks like depth on the slow-mo, but we don't always agree, do we, sir?
Yeah, look, it's a tough call. The one of the refs has said deep enough. The other two have said not. And that's why we have 3 referees.
That's right, sir.
Anjanette Winards from Canada, 172.5.
Angie had a nice, easy opener.
172.5 for Angie.
Waiting for you. Let's go, girl. Perfect.
That's a 12.5 kilo jump for her opening lift.
That's good.
Very
line.
smooth
Yep.
and controlled.
Very controlled.
A little bit of work. That's the second lift. You'd expect a little bit of work.
You know, you're saying poker face. Angie has no change of expression on her face whatsoever. If she's struggling, you don't know it. Look at
There
this
comes
up, down.
Joe Stoneface Whiteley looking for 187.5.
Yeah, just seeing that slow-mo there, it was definitely depth. Yeah, Stoneface Joe Whiteley. Do not play poker with this young lady.
It's a 10 kilo jump.
No tells. No tells. At 10 kilos, and we thought she had work actually on her opener, so 10 kilos, let's see how she handles it.
Yeah, let's see if that opening was just a case of nerves.
Even the veterans get nerves. If you don't have nerves, that means you don't care. And believe me, they care.
Oh, yes.
Depth for sure. Whoa. It's a
Having to work.
big effort.
Gets that chest up, though, to pull the hips through. She gets 2 white lights. That's good enough.
That's probably at her limit, though. She's huffing and puffing as she's leaving. Take a look at this scrap in slow-mo. I feel like she came down a little uneven. She might be dealing with some, look at that, kind of tilts to her right.
Yeah, just let the bar push
And
it forward a little bit there, too, didn't she?
The left side, the weights are far higher than the right, where she might be dealing with some hip issues. And when, like we were just talking about being out of alignment, makes it oh so more difficult.
Tracy O'Callaghan from Great Britain looking for 190.
Tracy did have an easy opener. Maybe easy's not the word, smooth.
Yeah, it didn't look overly difficult for her. She's only added 7.5 kilos, which is a very conservative jump in the squats, particularly when your opening lift looks that good.
It's
A
work.
little bit of more work there.
Yep. Yep.
It was probably a good choice for a second lift. Not deep enough.
Let's take a look at these replays.
Some of the girls struggling to get depth today.
So, obviously this is her left side. Yeah, that looked like depth on the left side.
Yeah, look, it's a bit of a borderline call on that one, but yeah, the girls will be going at the back after their lifts and after they get pitted for depth, and they'll be talking to each other.
Yeah, but watch
And
yourself
they'll
now.
know, you know,
Sink 'em.
they'll know the refs are really looking at depth, and we're watching this, and they'll be making the right adjustments. Melissa Copeland from the US of A, 192.5. It's a big squat.
Whoa, and it's a bit of a fight too.
Has to work through that one.
You know what? In the 84 plus, Angie opened up a little lighter, but has thus far had the easiest time and might cover some ground quickly. Some of these girls are struggling on their second attempts like their thirds.
Yeah, I mean, you've really
Could be
got to
interesting.
be careful with your attempt selection. I mean, you've got a whole day of lifting to get through.
Yeah.
You don't want to burn yourself out on your squats.
And if you look ahead, Angie's got by far the biggest deadlift. Look for her to possibly pull for the win.
Yano Cripps from the Republic of South Africa. This will equal her PB. So she's got a personal best of 92.5.
Yeah, she had missed this on her second. Look at her rebound here.
She's a very, very tall lifter from the Republic of South Africa. Taking her time, really getting herself psyched up for it.
Come on, Dino. Come on. Make it easy.
Whoa, fast on the descent. Paused again. That's
Just
exactly what,
Getting stuck in the middle there.
Yeah, she got stuck there last time, but she's got a lot of heart and fights it through. Spotter's got to take it off her.
I mean, she never gave up the fight,
No,
but she did time the
look how
fight well.
low she was in there. Like the spotter's like, all right, you're done. She would have been there all day.
Yeah, look, I think if you let her go, she'd keep going.
Yeah, she's got heart.
So this will be a personal best for Debbie McAlpine, I think, from the Republic of South Africa.
Large loaded, Debbie McAlpine, 135.
Yeah, 135 should be a personal best. She hit 132.5 at the Commonwealth Championships last year. She's been good quality lifts with her opening 2 lifts.
Yeah, looking to go 3 for 3 here. Oh, Beautiful
Having to
technique.
work
And
through this.
look at the knees.
Technique is helping her, but just couldn't quite get up there.
Her knees are threatening to come in. She was forcing them out. But, I mean, sometimes the weight is just a little
Just
too
a
much.
little bit too much, but her technique there was fantastic. I mean,
Yeah.
it allowed her to actually give the fight.
That's right. That's right. I mean, sooner or later, even with the best technique in the world, it's going to be
weight's
too
gonna
much.
get too much.
Yeah.
Maria de Lourdes Sousa from Brazil, 145 kilograms.
Now, we had said, Maria, she's competing 2 years now, already broken her personal best. And when someone's somewhat fresh on the international scene like this, somewhat fresh to competing anyway, it's not weightlifting, I'm sure, they can make fast gains, throw out their nominations, they're going to surprise you.
And they really do. I mean, the nominations, when you've got a lifter this sort of new into competition, nominations are great, but they really
it's not a
make
good
up
scouting report. Oh, it looks like she might not be
Looks
coming out,
like-
though. Just as weird,
Looks
tooting
like
her
she's going to
horn.
let that clock run down.
That surprised him because she did not have a big fight in her second. I hope nothing happened back there. I mean, even if you don't have a big fight, you can pull something. It doesn't mean
Yeah,
you have to
look.
have a grinder and it happens. But
Yeah, it could be that she's had a little
surprising.
bit of a pull, but it could also be that, let's save yourself for the rest of the fight, running out of kind of time out the rest of the day as well.
yeah, I mean, it's not over. We'll see what happens if she shows up in the bench press event and everything's okay.
So we move on to our next lifter, Christine Cluj from Canada, looking for 147.5.
Barcelona Christine Clue, 147.5 kilos. She hails from Canada.
And she's got a focus.
Yeah, Christine is actually well below the limit here in terms of weight. You know, they're coming in a couple kilos light, very lean for this weight class.
Yeah, she weighed in at 69.3, which, I mean, it's a few kilos under here. She's having to work. She's going to keep going, though. She stands it up.
Good squat. Great fight.
Absolutely fantastic work against Blue
Wowzers.
White Lights.
Yeah, I was going to say Christine's probably one of those lifters too big for the 63. She's very lean. She's not going to make 63s, but pretty small for a 72 when some of these ladies cut water to make it. And look at that fight she has. You know, the hips kind of shake, but she
See
never
the knees
stops.
trying to come in, but she pushes them back out.
Yeah. And
Audrey Butler, 157.5.
that's when you got the technique and you stay in the pocket. You can force your way through those sticking points.
So Audrey hit 142.5 for open at 150. She's had a good, clean lift so far. Let's hope she can put 157.5 up there.
Yeah, a 7.5 kilo jump. Looks like it would be manageable. Same jump she took from her opener.
Yeah, I mean, they've made smart decisions here. Pacing out the whole day.
Nicely done.
Very clean lift. Not a whole lot of fight for a third lift.
Yeah, you know what? It's got to be said. I think she might have left some kilos. If she was planning on picking up most of her kilos at the squat event, she left some of the kilos on the table.
Vicky Taylor-Hood, 162.5 from Canada. Missed her open at 155. Fixed that technique. Hits it for a second. Now going for 162.5 for a third.
Yeah, Vicky rebounded nicely on her second attempt.
She looks a lot more focused and a lot more engaged for this lift.
Yeah. This should be within her means. If she opened with 155, 7.5 kilos should be manageable.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that was pretty
The
smooth.
referees say, oh, not
what?
quite deep enough.
Oh, no, she's getting fist bumps. I'm not sure she
I
realized
don't
that.
know if she realizes that she got the two red lights.
Let's take a look at this. It was
It
on
looks
the
like
line.
the coach is actually going to come up and have a chat with the jury on
You
this
know
one.
what? Look at I think that was probably depth, but let's see what they say. We'll keep our eyes up there. Now, this is the 72 kilo class. We're going to bounce around from 72 to 84 plus, and after that, the 84 kilo class.
Eno Majomi from Great Britain in 165.
She's going to take another kick at 165 kilo. And it looks like the protest for Vicky Hood's third is going to stay a failed attempt on depth.
The coaches have the opportunity to approach the jury.
Yeah.
If they think there was a call that wasn't quite right.
I would have had the discussion.
That was
I
a
agree.
great third lift.
It
Looks
was.
like she got down. She gets the 3 white
You know
lights.
what? She probably had kilos on the table. I understand the decision to retake it. She missed it. You very rarely go up on weight when you miss it on one of your previous attempts. That was smooth.
Absolutely nailed that one.
Yeah.
Well, Anjanette Winards from Canada, 185.
Now we're going to be back in the 84 kilo plus class. Angie, we thought, had been handling these squats quite well. Her opposition's been struggling, and we haven't seen any fights from Angie yet in the squats.
Yeah, I think this is a smart move for a third lift. I mean, it's not a huge jump. 7.5 kilos.
But she is known for her deadlift and maybe conserving a little energy, and that's where she's going to pull away from the pack.
Very smooth. Just a little bit too much for her there.
And you know what? Even when in her failed attempt, didn't expend too much. When she knew it wasn't there, she said, nope, take
Yeah,
it.
look, I mean, you've got to pace yourself out for the whole day. You've still got bench to go and deadlift to go. You don't want to fight
If
for
it's
an
not
extended period of time on a squat.
Yeah.
It's not going to happen.
exactly. Sometimes you see someone fighting for 3-4 seconds, and you know there's no chance.
And that's a smart move. I mean, if you fight that through for 3, 4, 5 seconds, that can cost you 15 kilos on your deadlift at the end of the day.
And if you're relying on your deadlift, well, it's not a good tactical decision. Well played by Angie.
Tracy O'Callaghan from Great Britain, 190 kilograms.
This will be her second go at 190. Failed it on the second attempt. I like the depth.
That looks a lot better.
Wow.
Let's see what the referees say.
I'd give it to her.
She looks happy and she gets
Judges
2 white
agree,
lights.
We're going to have a bit of a battle here in the 84 plus.
Joe Whiteley looking for 192.5.
You know what? So
Going after the silver medal there in the squats.
I thought the 187.5 was her limit. She looked to be struggling. Really, the bar became uneven during the fight, so it looks like she might be dealing with something in her hips.
Yeah, the 187.5 was one big grind.
Yeah, so 5 kilo doesn't sound like a lot, but if you're at your limit, it doesn't really matter how many kilos go on the bar. Look at that tilt right there comes on. She fights through it. Holy
Not quite there.
You see there where I think she's dealing with something. If we see the slow-mo replay here.
Yeah, she's getting really offline.
She pauses and then the whole weight shifts on her back. See how high the one side of the weights are. Hits depth, comes up, woof, that weight just shifts up on her, and it's really hard to complete a lift when you're loading up the right side so much more than the left.
Yeah, I mean, Joe's usually quite a smooth line spotter, so yeah, she's probably dealing with something.
Hats
She's
off
out
to
here at
her.
the World Championships, giving it the best crack she can.
That's it. She makes no excuses. She'll go into battle.
Melissa Copeland from the US of A looking at 195.
Looking at the projecteds, her and Angie are they're probably going to scrap it out for the gold medal. If she has this, she'll move ahead of Angie on the projected totals. So she could really, Angie missed her third at squat. If she hits her third, precious kilos.
Yeah, I guess that's the important thing when you're looking for medals in these sorts of events. Getting those lifts on the board is so important.
Oh, it looks like she might hit this. She knows.
She stands up.
Wow.
She looks confident. 3
Yes.
white lights.
So you know what? It was only 2.5 kilo more than a second. In the bigger picture, well, what's 2.5 kilo going to do? Now she's ahead on the projected by 2.5 kilos.
Yeah, look, at the
Could
end
mean
of the
everything.
day, 2.5 kilos is the difference between a gold medal and a silver medal.
And that might have been, at the end of the day, when we look back, we might be referencing that squat.
That might be the decider. Right, so we'll move into the under 84s now with Jodie Poxon. Opening at 95, 10 kilos away from her PB of 105. Again, only been competing for 4 years.
Yeah, she could probably bump up from her nominated lifts. And that's when these nominations get a little deceiving. It'll be borderline. Let's see what the judges say.
It was a quick lift.
Yeah.
She
Okay.
gets 2 white lights, so that's enough.
Yep, they thought borderline as well. That's, when we talk about previous nominations and how sometimes when a lifter's a little newer, you can throw them out the window. That's why I know at least the Canadian US, and I'm sure some of the other national coaching team, they'll go onto your Facebook, they'll go onto your Instagram, they'll actually record your training weights and have estimations where you're at. That's the level that scouting has gotten to in powerlifting, my friends. That's where we're heading.
I mean, this is the thing with powerlifting. It's such a professional sport now.
Yeah. No, yeah.
This isn't. This isn't your backyard sport. This is a professional sport.
That's right.
This is
Take it very seriously.
Big world champion setup. We've got a massive media crew from Viva Media, which are doing an absolutely outstanding job.
Amazing
the
commentating
live stream
team.
has been incredible. The commentating has been outstanding.
Sure.
Fiona Park from New Zealand gets 110 on the board. It's such a nerve settler when you get that first squat. You talk to some of these athletes the day before, the morning of their lifting. They're almost vomiting. They're so nervous. You get that one on the board, and all of a sudden, your whole world settles down.
Everybody says that a lot. It's sometimes your first squat is the hardest lift of the day, and then once it's on, the battle's on. The nerves calm, and you're in the zone.
Christina Grimstad Nordstrand from Norway, 115 kilograms. Yeah, look, even as a coaching perspective, I don't know who's more nervous, me or the athlete when they get their first squat.
When you're a coach, because it's out of your control, it's very nerve-wracking when you're picking the attempts and you know what's on the line. Sometimes the athlete, you just tell your coach, I'm going into autopilot, whatever's on the bar, I'll go to lift, and it takes a little pressure off them. But it puts it on the coach, doesn't it, sir?
That's what it does. That was an absolutely outstanding
Beautiful
lift, so smooth all the way through. Jenny Sherwood from Great Britain. British team are having a fantastic week.
Yeah, they're very strong. They've housed a lot of lifters here.
So she's opening at 130. Hit a 135 in the European Masters in March. Not a great indication of her best squat, though. I mean, it's such a short turnaround from March.
I have, for her nominated, and I'm glad you said that, she has a 147.5. So maybe...
Yeah, I mean, these guys, some of them will go into these European Masters Championships or these events that they need to qualify.
That's right.
And knowing they're so close, they'll just do what they have to do to win or to qualify.
And based off of that 130, she has a lot more than 5 kilo in the tank. the wheels really got to fall off if 135 breaks the bank.
She's going to have a really bad day if that happens.
And it should be said, she's got a beautiful form here. Stays in the pocket. I like it.
Lafay Agnarsdottir.
Iceland. Now, they have a history of strength.
They have some absolutely outstanding athletes.
Yeah.
Some massively heavyweight man.
You know what? I mean...
The giant Icelandics.
They have the population of a small city, but they've churned out like 5 of the world's strongest men. And it's just their history for strength sports in general.
Yeah, and it's interesting when you go to some of these countries and some of the Eastern European countries and look at their training methods, they train differently, and their discipline is such a much higher level for training as well. She gets that on the board.
3 white lights, nicely done.
Pia Marangina Goni from the Republic of South Africa looking at 135.
1 year competing. But again, judging by her numbers, I'm pretty sure she's been weightlifting, just didn't find powerlifting in particular.
Yeah, she got a squat of 147.5. She's been lifting for more than a year.
Yeah. Or she's just got freak genetics and good for her.
The Republic of South Africa has had a pretty big team for the
You know,
last
I
couple
was
of days.
just thinking that it feels like every single flight they're represented.
And we saw
Every
one
weight
of their
class.
athletes yesterday, Smiley's, get the World Championships.
Whoa!
Wow, that's fast. Maybe
Now-
a little too fast.
You know what I was gonna say, and there was definitely a stall halfway for an
Yeah,
opener.
I mean,
Watch this, bombed it in.
I train a lot of athletes to use that stretch shortening cycle, but that was a really fast drop into it. Here, Volkanen from Finland.
From a 1-year vet to a 10-year
To a
vet,
10-year vet, opening at 140.
a sports massage therapist. If ever you're going to be friends with a powerlifter, find yourself
That's
a
the
sports
one you wanna
massage
be friends
therapist.
with.
That's right. 140 kilo on the bar here, so
She came fourth last year in the World Championships with a squat of 145.
she's going to be a contender. Yeah, looking at the projected, she's going to be in the hunt for a podium finish. Depends on how her day goes. Let's see how it starts.
Very
Depth.
controlled.
Yeah. Very, like, she's already has a little crack of a smile on there. There we go.
2 white lights, that's enough.
Yeah. Look at her strut off the
She's
platform.
pretty happy with that.
She is. And like you said, it's not because it's anywhere close to her max, so she's happy with the weight. It's more, you broke the ice.
Yeah, you
the
got
tension's
that first one on
broken.
the board.
Now it's
it
fun.
is such an anxious moment.
It's hard to
that first
describe for
squat.
someone who
Yeah, I
hasn't
don't
done
think-
it.
I don't know if other sports can quite grasp the anxiety on their first
Yeah.
squat. I mean, all athletes in all sports get anxious, get nervous, the adrenaline pumps before they take off, before they start. But powerlifting is something a little bit different, isn't it?
It's because if you don't register a squat, you're
That's
gone.
it. You're out.
There is no
And
time.
We saw it yesterday.
There's
I
no
mean,
set time where, I got the whole first period. No, my friend. It's
Yeah.
like being told if you don't score enough points in the first 5 minutes, you're out.
April Gray with 157.5.
That's a nice opener.
That is absolutely spot on.
Yeah.
Not quite deep enough though.
Let me double check that slow mo.
And the coach, the coach has the opportunity, but the coach has walked off. I'm pretty sure he agrees with the referees and is going to pick a
That's on
different
the
battle.
line. Yeah. You know what? I got to agree with the judges there. It's
Karen DeVet from Norway looking at 167.5.
Karen also been competing 1 year.
And she set the European Masters record at 177.5.
Yeah. So she's competing
This
1 year,
year.
but she's not weightlifting 1 year. You don't break international records.
She set a European Masters record in March this year.
Yeah, and she's also squatting, 167.5 kilo
And making it look easy.
for an easy opener. This lady's going to be squatting probably close to 400 pounds for our North American friends. You haven't been squatting 1 year. If you have, where have you been this whole time,
Yeah, that
right?
means, what have you been doing?
Yeah.
Alicia Webb, 182.5.
A 200 kilo
World
personal
champion
best.
from last year, I think. Yeah, finished first last year at the World Championship in Minsk.
Back to defender title. Now she's hit a 200 kilo squat before. That's 440 pounds. That is huge.
And she's been consistent in the 190, 195s for the last year. So
Yeah, if you're expecting her to have slipped, or if you're hoping for it, keep
that's what
praying.
we've been saying all week. The American coaches and their attempt selections have been pretty spot on.
Yeah. Outside of if you show up with food poisoning or something, you should be good. They've got you covered. Oh, wow.
And she just sort of mistimed the bounce there.
Yikes, maybe. And she got a little wobbly. And this is far below her best.
Yeah, if she gets the 2 wide lights, just mistimed the bounce there, and you can just see she's walking off. The coach is just telling her what she did.
Look at that.
I think you'll see her second lift look a lot easier.
Now, the world record for squat is 206 kilo. We had said she's previously hit 200, so it would be, if she's on her A game, she's within striking distance of a world record. If she feels like she's not, and that was a pretty tough opener, we'll see if she can adjust.
And Jodie Poxon from the Republic of South Africa looking for 100 kilos for her second attempt.
Yeah, 5 kilo jump.
Yeah, that's the interesting thing about powerlifting too. I mean, you can have a day where your health is just not 100%, and all of a sudden things get a lot harder.
Now, I just got told
Put
Alicia
in a
Webb.
200 kilo Alicia Webb for her second attempt. So
She's
she
gonna-
might be trying to think, oh, do I have a crack? Excellent technique.
Yeah,
And
that was
allowed her to
beautiful.
grind through the top there.
Plenty of room left.
And gets 2 white lights.
Now, Alicia Webb, we thought she struggled a little with that opener. 200 kilo was her previous best. So we're really going to find out if she's on her A game or not.
Yeah, look, and it's interesting. I mean, in a lot of other sports, the nerves and the adrenaline and the anxiety, can help you. In powerlifting on those opening squats, you're sitting out the back. You come in for weigh-in an hour, a couple of hours before. You haven't eaten properly because you're weighing in. You're nervous. You're anxious. You're actually burning and expelling a lot of energy leading up to that opening squat.
Especially if you cut any water like Alicia might, she might get stronger as the squats go because she's drinking more water and hydrating.
Christina Grimstad Nordstrand from Norway, 120.
Come on, Christina.
Also a 5 kilo jump.
Yeah, some of these guys, you don't see them actually really start to perform until their second or third list. If they've cut a little bit of weight, they haven't eaten much this morning, they'll go and weigh in, they'll do their gear check and weigh in, then they'll get out the back, they'll rehydrate, they'll refeed, and it takes a little while for those calories and electrolytes to start getting back into the system.
Absolutely. And 3 white lights there, by the way. And also, your nervous system gets woken up by that first squat, doesn't it?
Oh, absolutely. Fiona Park from New Zealand looking for 122.5. Hit the 110 really well. Jumping up 12.5 kilograms.
Bars loaded.
Yeah, Fiona's got a pretty big jump here, but some people like to take big jumps. They like an easy opener, start the day, like we had said, get the nerves out of the way, take a big jump and a more conservative jump for your third attempt. It's not at all uncommon.
Hasn't got a huge career of lifting so far.
That's kind of on the line. Let's see what the judges say.
It was a very quick and easy squat. Let's see if the judges agree. Yeah, look, she just didn't quite get low enough.
The weight wasn't an issue, but she's cut it, and you just probably hit it on the head there. Kind of new to the international scene. Cut it a little high.
Yeah, experience plays a big part in powerlifting. International experience and competition experience has that really big role. You learn what to do under the bar when things go wrong.
Yeah.
You learn where depth is. You learn how the body feels.
And we've seen with Cass Picard yesterday from Australia, someone you had coached at previous World Championships, when you miss a lift and you can bounce back and maintain that mental fortitude because you've been there before.
That's right.
Only
That's the
gives you
experience that does that. Olafay Ognastotja from Iceland, 137.5.
5 kilo jump here. Carrying the history of strength sports of Iceland. Nice
And
squat.
stands it back up.
Yep.
3 white lights.
Nicely done. Take another look here in the slow-mo. Bar path bang on. Very economical with the depth. Didn't have to go any deeper than she needed to.
Should be an interesting day of lifting today. I mean, it's a little bit cooler here today. Yesterday was a hot day. We saw the athletes struggle with the heat a little bit.
And the bigger the lifters are, the more a factor that is, obviously.
It's a little bit cooler today, so
Yeah.
we might actually see some pretty solid performances. The athletes are feeling a little better because of the weather.
Yeah, especially if you cut any weight at all to make weight in your weight class, and you're trying to rehydrate, but you keep sweating it out. It's like,
It makes it hard.
Yeah. We actually, I'll tell you after this. Whoa, you know what? Much smoother.
A lot smoother on that
Wow.
lift, yeah.
Went up in weight. You know what? Maybe it was just nerves. She bombed it in last time and had a sticking point.
3 white lights.
You had seen actually a lifter on your platform completely pass out.
Yeah, I mean, the final deadlift, obviously, and we see it quite often with deadlifts, you get that really big pull, the blood rush and the oxygen rush, and occasionally they do pass out. It had been a hot day yesterday. He was super
cut weight.
dehydrated. He cut weight in the lower weight class.
He's Canadian, I know him well, and he cuts a lot of weight to make that weight class, and if it's really hot and you're exerting yourself, well, you do the math.
And you see that a lot with the lighter weight classes. Jenny Sherwood from Great Britain, 140 kilograms.
Some of those guys cut from his cloth. They're willing to go out on their shield for that deadlift to win it all, and he
and those
willing.
lighter weight classes, I mean, it's hard to maintain that weight all the time. So they sit 3 or 4 kilos above their weight class, generally through training. So they've got to cut that before comp.
3 whites for Jenny.
And she's pretty happy with that.
Yeah, I'm. That's like you said. It's not at all uncommon throughout the year to be a little heavier. It's hard to maintain that body fat percentage all year round. It might not even be best for you.
Here's our sports massage therapist from Finland, Pia Volkanen, 147.5.
Pia Valkonen from Finland, 147.5 kilos for the Finnish lifter.
Now this is going to be a personal best lift for her already in the second attempts, and she's been lifting for 10 years.
So she's got plenty of experience under the bar.
Yeah.
You know, she's not really in a position here for a medal, but the experience might just pay off.
Whoa!
She's having a fight for it, but she gets it back to the top.
But does it give her much room for her third attempt? That was
2 white lights, and that's right, not a whole lot of room for the third lift there. April Gray, 157.5. She missed this on her opening attempt. Right after I said the American coaches have been doing a great job of attempt selection.
Bars loaded, April Gray, 157.5 kilos.
April Gray, 157.5.
April Gray looking for a sunny June. Oh! Wow, I'm on my A game today. Turning it around with 157.5 kilo. Gary giving me kudos. That was a whole lot nicer than her opener.
She's on the board. The lift is 2-1. Let's go to Karen tonight.
And that might have been a PB for me earlier. Okay, so Karen.
It's okay, I've composed myself. I'm back in the commentary seat now. Thank you very much for that. Karen DeVette from Norway, 177.5.
Yeah, Karen had surprised us with this being a year competing, but just handling some very heavy weights with authority. Look at that. If this is year 1 for Karen, she's got a big future ahead of her.
Yeah, it looks like she's had a
Nice
few
score.
little regional competitions before this as well.
Now, 2016 I see on her
Yeah,
bio,
she's
so
got,
that's not 1 year.
We've got 2018
Hey.
European Masters champion and record holder.
And in
In
2016 she's been lifting.
She was lifting in some
She's trying
smaller
to
events.
she's trying to throw us off on
Yeah,
her
look,
bio, man.
I love it. I love it when we get bios and information on athletes.
Okay, well, I thought there was something up because there's no way you're squatting like that. And yeah, I'm in my first year.
The
Well
teacher
played.
from the USA, Alicia Webb. Are we going to see a crack at a world record?
Yeah, now she struggled in her opener. This is her previous best squat. Is she on her A game?
Yeah, this will be really interesting. I mean, the US coaches aren't likely to let her be putting in 200 kilos for a second lift if they don't think she can do it.
Oh my gosh. No.
No, and she's dropped the kibble on that one.
You know what? You know what? It's just sometimes there's so many variables that come into play. She is at the top end of the weight class, so she had to cut weight, travel the whole 9. Time zone changes. So if under the grace of circumstances, she probably hits 200 kilo, but
Yeah, look, it's
Any
a
given
tough
day.
sport, you know, I mean, yeah, the physiology of the body is such an important part during powerlifting. I mean, it's not like a lot of other sports when you can rely on a skill set of catching and throwing or whatever it happens to be. In
Yeah.
powerlifting, if you're a little bit under the weather,
yeah,
that takes 10-15% out of your strength range.
Yeah, Yeah, 100%. There's nothing you can do about it. You can't will your way past it. Now, that being said, she will have another go at 200 kilo. Although it didn't look like she was all that close to hitting it, but we'll see. We've been wrong
Jodie
before.
Boxon from Republic of South Africa looking for 107.5.
Oh,
Might have pulled up a little bit short on that one.
Let's see what the
What
judges
referees
say.
And
They
two
agree with
red
you, yep.
lights. I think the weight just made her a little bit nervous there.
You know what?
Just cut a
Sometimes
little bit shy.
survival instinct can kick in. You cut it a little high just naturally, and
Yeah, it's hard to fight that. I mean, if you're new to squatting or you've never squatted before, yeah, it's quite a bizarre thing having weight on your back and dropping down with it. And that survival instinct does sometimes kick in, and all of a sudden you just stop that a little bit short.
sometimes you leave the platform knowing, yeah, I cut that a little. Yeah, I felt
and
it.
usually you know.
Usually you know.
Occasionally you get away with it. You know, your nice quick lift, the rest might pick it up.
Oh, you don't say anything. You let the judges decide. That's for sure.
You want to have that poker face. So
You never go back to the jury. Excuse me. No, honestly, I think I cut
missed
that. Yeah.
Christina Grimstad Nordstrand from Norway. Probably one of the coolest names in the pack today.
Yeah, I'm going to let you say that all day, but 125.
I'm probably saying it completely wrong.
Yeah, that's right.
It wouldn't be the first time I've had an athlete come up to me after a competition and just correct me on my pronunciation.
Big fight.
She's going to fight for it, and she's got it back to the
I
top.
think she's got it. She's happy.
Three
Yeah.
white lights.
That-
What a great lift. That was a good third lift.
That was an excellent third lift. Not a kilo more should have been put on the bar.
Fiona Parks from New Zealand. Oh, I'm going to ask her. I think she's an animal technician. I'm not really sure what that is.
Does that mean she's a powerlifting handler?
Well, she could well be. 130 kilograms.
Now, she's jumping up 7.5 kilo when she missed her second attempt.
This is a big call.
I guess we'll have to see.
Her
how this
nominations, I think, were a lot lower than 130.
goes. Let's see here. Oh, yeah, wow. But she handles it.
She's making that look easy.
Wow.
Two white lights.
She goes up. Now, not often does a lifter miss an attempt and go up in weight. 7.5 kilo, no less, but she's confident.
And I think her listed PB is around the 112 or something.
Yeah, on her nominations, it's 112.5. So I don't throw the scouting reports out on her. I don't even know what to expect at this point.
Lafay Agnastotia from Iceland, 140 kilograms. Well, this is a smart jump. You know, she's only jumped up 2.5 kilos here. You know, her second lift wasn't impossible, but it was tough.
Yeah, I mean, that's when you start seeing 2.5 kilo jumps, you know the lifter's somewhat feeling the end is near. You want to get as close as you can to that edge without going over it. Nope.
Yeah, a little bit too much though.
2.5 kilo too much. Again, the spotters are bang on right now.
Really quick on that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and sometimes when you're giving all your fight, all of a sudden the body just gives out and you don't have much of a choice.
Yeah, especially her knees
He
came
was
in.
really quick.
Yeah, when your knees collapse like that, you really don't have any, you have no base to push out on.
PR Marangoni from Republic of South Africa looking at 142.5. Yeah, she's got a really quick drop into the squat. A 142.5. That was a good bounce out. Really used that stretch shortening cycle there. I guess a three white lights at 142.5. Jenny Sherwood from Great Britain wants 150 kilograms. Hit 130, hit 140, now wants the 150.
Yeah, that's a pretty big jump.
She had a pretty solid run though. Her squats have been good. Her form's been good.
Yeah, I mean, she took 10-kilo jump from her opener, so. Obviously comfortable with these 10-kilo jumps.
She did 135 last year at the World Championships.
Depth is there for sure. Oh, look how she
fight, but she gets it back up.
Keeps her knees tracked over her feet and her chest up, head up, stitch high.
Not quite deep enough.
You know, but
yeah, she doesn't seem too disappointed with that. I think it was. I think she knew it was going to be a tough lift.
Yeah, like on the slow-mo replay on that side, it looked like that, but she did get a white. So, I mean, sometimes your hips don't rest completely balanced.
All right, the sports massage therapist from Finland, Pia Volkanen. Squatting 152.5, so it'd be very nice if she's giving you a massage.
Yeah.
152.5.
5-kilo jump, looking to go 3 for 3. Well, it's going to be right on the line for depth, but she's a fighter. Look at this.
Borderline. She's
Holy.
put a lot of effort into that. She's
She's
happy with it,
as she should be, regardless if she gets it or not. It's a good
Not
fight.
deep enough.
It was on the line. I mean, it had to be questioned, but still showed a lot of heart and a lot of strength in gutting that out.
Got an interesting little scenario unfolding for the gold medal in the squats here. I mean, Webb would generally be the favourite for the gold medal in the squats at 182.5, but missed the 200. Tavette, though, is sitting there at 182.5 for a third attempt and is a little bit lighter than Webb. So could actually sneak away the gold if Webb doesn't get that third attempt.
Wouldn't that be an upset? And we've seen them often already.
April Gray from the US of A looking at 165.
Mr. Opener came back, smoked it on her second attempt.
Yeah, she looked good on the second.
That's going to be a little borderline. We'll see what the judges say for depth.
And again, look, she's just getting shy there. Let's see what the referees say. Yeah, not quite deep enough. And that's 3 red lights, so the coach can't contest that one.
Yeah, he knows it. He's
walked
walking to the
up
jury.
to try and give them a bit of an insight, but they waved him away.
It's like, I don't know why you're walking over here. You're getting your steps in.
Karen Tavette. Now, Karen can get this 182.5 on the board. Gives her a shot at a gold medal in the squat.
And Karen is really, she came in here saying she's been competing 1 year. Our scouting says she's been competing more. And now in line for a possible gold in the squat event.
And this is the most focused she's looked in all 3 lifts. She
wants it. Is it depth?
She was quick in the bottom.
It is.
The 3 white lights.
Moves in the gold medal position.
Look at that. What an upset.
If she was,
Webb has to get this.
If she was hoping to fly under the radar, it's not going to happen
the radar
now.
Has just picked her up.
She's all over everybody's radar now. Wow.
Lift.
So Alicia Webb, would she have taken such a big jump from 182.5 to 200 kilo if she knew Karen was at all capable of what she's doing?
We've said it before, taking those big jumps can be useful, but if you miss your lift, you're a long way back down the pack.
And, I mean, Karen played it well. She came in here trying to fly under the radar. You don't even got to worry about me. And Alicia wasn't, and it's too late now.
That's enough to put her in the gold medal, and she's also sitting the predicted totals in second overall. If she can do her job today, not miss any lifts, she's in a good chance of getting a silver or even a gold medal.
Karen covered a lot of ground really quickly, and Webb, if she's only getting openers, this could be a battle. Let's see if the defending world champion can rebound.
A lot of pressure.
Nice depth. Oh my gosh! What a tiger!
Unbelievable fight back.
And that's the heart of a champion right there.
And it's a good lift. Wow, what a fight.
Honestly, one of the better comebacks.
Second attempt at 200. I honestly thought, no way
yeah,
she's going to get this on the third, and she just nailed it.
It looked like a strength issue, and you don't get stronger. But I tell you what, some of these lifters have the heart of a lion, and when they see, oh, you're coming after my medals, oh, you're coming after my
Certainly
title,
changes their attitude, doesn't it?
changes their attitude.
Well, we're going to take a 5-minute break, and we'll be right back with the bench press action. Welcome back for the bench press session, the 2018 IPF Classic Powerlifting World Championships in Calgary, Canada, brought to you by our fantastic sponsors, Ilico and SBD. and they are just probably the best pieces of equipment you can buy in powerlifting.
Yeah, the SBD singlets, very nice. So the Titan, also a sponsor. And those beautiful Eleiko plates we've been using all week.
And we are going to open the bench press with Gaynor Crip from the Republic of South Africa looking for 47.5 kilograms. Just getting everything organised on the platform, making everything right. And this will be an interesting bench. And she's a really tall lifter. She is built for deadlift.
Yeah,
She's
especially
certainly not built for bench.
Yeah, you're going to see those deadlift arms on display. Look how long those arms are. That is a long way up, ladies and gentlemen. So for the bench event, probably just going to try to, well, that's a long pause. That's going to be tough. Probably just going to want to pick up whatever kilos you can and hold off until the deadlift event. You know, talking about those pauses, that's another thing. The judges are going to establish a strike zone when it comes to the squat depth. And a lot of the lifters in the warm-up room will talk about it, as well as the pauses on bench. Sometimes when you're a lifter, you go back and you say, okay, the pauses they're fairly quick, or okay, the pauses are going to be a couple seconds on the chest. Get ready for it.
Yeah, I mean, all the referees, you know, they certainly target different things, and the athletes talk about it, and they know about it. So, yeah, the athletes aren't getting any surprises when they come out here.
No, it's the big thing is consistency. As long as you're consistent throughout the flights, the lifters know what to expect, and they lift accordingly.
Debbie McAlpine from the Republic of South Africa, 57.5 kilograms.
Actually, that's a pretty good press command.
That was pretty good. I mean, look,
Yeah,
if you
that's
can get
bang
the
on.
bar down,
That's it, yeah.
and we try and teach your athletes to stop that bar as quickly as you can, because you're not going to get a press call until that bar actually comes to a complete stop.
Yeah.
So if you're wobbling around down there, trying to get in the right spot, you're going to be waiting a while for that press command.
Or if you dive bomb it in and, it's not controlled like you said. So fair
Vicky
calls.
Taylor Hood, 75 kilograms from Canada.
Vicky, all smiles here. Hoping to have a nice, easy opener. Doesn't look overly concerned about it.
Yeah, and I think with bench press, particularly with the female lifters, you want to be a little conservative in your opening lift and really make sure you get it on. I mean, it's so technical and so technique-based.
She smokes that.
You want to put a weight on there that you can hit on a bad day.
Yeah, exactly, because 2.5 kilo can make all the difference. So go low, guess low,
Yeah,
because it gets heavy quick.
and it does. That's exactly right. Maria Dolores Sosa from Brazil, looking for 82.5 kilograms.
I think Maria, we had seen some pretty big jumps, and I believe her old numbers are all getting shattered.
For those of you who are watching this at home on the live stream, you can thank Viva Media for the quality of this live feed that we've got. It's been absolutely outstanding this week.
And Maria's already opening with more than her nominated bench, so going to be hard to say exactly what to expect from her having a personal best day. Oh, she jumped that command. So
Yeah,
she hasn't been
she's-
competing a long time, and that's one of those experience issues.
That's it. That's experience, isn't it? I mean, learning to listen and to focus on those commands. Yeah, it's one of the cues I give athletes when they go out for the bench is to listen and to focus, just to remind them that, you know what, you've got to wait.
She actually got the start command, waited a couple seconds longer she had to, and then jumped the gun on the press. So she's not used to commands, I would say.
Yeah, and also for some athletes, you get out of that platform, there's bright lights, the crowd's out here,
Yeah,
there's
the
music
adrenaline-
playing, the
fair.
adrenaline's pumping. And sometimes you don't quite hear things properly. And you'll often see a start command, and the athlete will stay there for a few seconds before they realise that they've actually been told to start. That's a
That
nice
looks
looking
smooth,
lift.
yeah.
She gets 2 wide lights. You've got a red on the side referee there. Maybe just suggesting there was a bit of movement.
We are moving in between the 84 plus and the 72 kilo classes. and we'll go back into the 84 kilo class after this.
Audrey Butler from the US of A looking at 85 kilograms. And we just saw the US of A make a big call on that 200 kilo squat.
Yeah.
I was absolutely stunned that she got that up.
It
and
was-
she did it well.
You know
Hats
what?
off to the Americans for that one.
You had said they're not going to load the bar if they don't think she can get it. I mean, obviously, a lot of variables can come into play, but all of her training and the numbers she'd been using indicated that should be within her reach, and it was.
Audrey Butler, 85 kilograms. Very smooth lift.
Yeah, that's how you want your openers to look.
3 white lights.
Now, so far, everybody's had a weight that was manageable. Just Souza from Brazil jumping commands, but even then, I think the weight's manageable. I think she'll get it in her second attempt. Her coach has really got to tell her, listen, here are the commands. Start, and then go ahead and start. Don't wait any longer.
Yeah, in that first bench press there, sometimes they get a little bit excited too. Ina Majomi from Great Britain, 85 kilograms.
Now, she is one of the favorites to win the overall gold.
Yeah, look, I mean, the important thing for her is to come out and just do her job. Not do anything silly, not take any big leaps. Just come out and do your job.
Because I'll tell you right now, and that's smooth. That's doing her job right on cue. I'll tell you right now, Vicky Hood from Canada and Eno from Great Britain, in the projected, very close.
Joe Whiteley from Great Britain.
2.5 kilo close to be exact.
Joe Whiteley's got a little bit of a chance with these in this bench press to get herself on the podium.
Back in
She
84 plus.
hasn't got the biggest of bench presses, but certainly has an opportunity here. Big thanks to her for joining us in the commentary box for the last couple of days. Certainly not an easy thing to do when you're lifting on the Saturday morning.
Yeah. Also thanks to Matt Goldsmith and Jeff Butt doing the same, and they're all pulling double duty. They didn't come here to commentate. Nicely done.
That was a very, very nice lift.
Yeah, a lot of room there.
Yeah, and that was a great opening choice. That really does give her a bit of room to move now. Takes a lot of pressure off her. Christine Kluge from Canada, 87.5 kilograms.
Christine very determined, eyeballing up that weight. Now, we said, I mean, she's one of the taller 72s. She's probably going to have long arms. She's got the levers for a good deadlift. And looking ahead, she's one of the bigger, she's the second biggest deadlift opener. So, but those arms are going to work against her with the bench press. Although, hey, she's opening the heaviest.
Yeah, I mean,
Wow.
it'd be interesting to watch her technique here. I mean, she's quite lean.
Very long
she
arms.
has
Look at
very good muscle development in the bicep area there as well.
Look how long way up for that bench. Wow, look at the spread
And
there.
she certainly has no problem with that lift
Yeah.
and 3 wide lights. She's a solid bencher.
When I seen how heavy her opener was, I was expecting maybe she's opening very close to her limit. Not at all.
She has
She's-
very good technique there.
She could be walking away with the gold medal in the the bench press event.
And Jeanette Winans from Canada, 92.5 kilograms.
And it's got to be said, in the 72 kilo class and 84 plus kilo class, 2 Canadians heavy favorites for the overall gold medals, and this is one of them. She's just trying to put some kilos on here. Known for her deadlift. Bench press is solid, but the end game is just
and
adding the total.
Every athlete, really. I mean, if you look around, and if you ask any athlete, they've got their one pet lift that they're either really good at or it's their favorite.
Yeah. At the very least, it's your favorite to train if it's not.
Yeah, we're not built for all 3 lifts perfectly biomechanically, but generally we're built for one of them.
So there's been the sticking point there for Angie, but I think she's going to, she gets the 3 whites in. You know, like I had said, even if she's moving up 2.5 kilo at a time for the bench press event, she's really not looking to make her major play in the bench press, so.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, you got to look at the end game. So
Yeah.
Melissa Copeland from the US of A looking for 100 kilograms.
We're staying in the 84 plus kilo class.
just taking her time there.
You know, I'm looking ahead at the projected. Copeland is going to be a major threat for Angie in terms of the overall.
Yeah, I mean, look, there's only a couple of kilos separating in the overall totals. They're going to have to battle it out the deadlifts.
And she moved it well. Now, that being said, so I don't think she's going to be able to pull with Angie. So this would be a really good event to catch up on some kilos, and she already is getting
if
ahead.
She can put herself, maybe 7.5 kilos ahead here. Give her an opportunity, gives her a chance.
Yeah. So then when Angie's pulling and catching up, she's got a little bit of a buffer between them.
Yeah, it puts the pressure back on Angie then as well to actually put the numbers on the deadlift.
You're a good deadlifter? Well, you got to earn
And that pressure, that can change the day and change your technique. Gaynor Cripps from the Republic of South Africa looking for 50 kilograms. Opened at 47.5.
And we're back.
It wasn't the easiest of 47.5 either. And she has very, very long arms, so bench press probably isn't her favorite.
Long arms, long legs. Yeah, we're back in the 72s, and let's see how she handles it. 2.5 kilos, I think, is definitely appropriate.
Yeah, look, I think a 2.5 kilo jump on a bench press, particularly for a female lifter, is quite an appropriate jump. And as we're seeing here, she's really having to work for that. The elbow's popping right out.
Yeah, just a little too much.
She's a little disappointed with that, but she hasn't got 20 or 30 years of experience under that bar. And in another few years' time, some more international competitions, you're going to see her technique change, and you're going to see her learn how to deal with things like that. When the weight's a little bit too much, she's going to adjust the technique, and she's going to learn how to actually get through that.
And the 2.5 kilos she's missing there, she's not 2.5 kilos away from a podium finish, so it's okay in the bigger picture. It's not going to shake it up.
All right, Debbie McAlpine from the Republic of South Africa, 62.5 kilograms. Opened at 57.5 with a good lift.
Whoa. Brakes come on.
Well, that 5 kilo jump was a little bit too much.
You had said it earlier. 5 kilos is a lot in the bench press. When you're dealing with 57.5 kilos, you do the math, it's even bigger. 5 kilos big with some of the 83 kilo men in the 300 pound range, so or 150 kilos. So
yeah, we talk about 5 kilos, and I'm sure people sitting at home think, 5 kilos, that's not a whole lot of weight. But when it comes to a bench press,
it is.
And such small muscle groups doing the work, 5 kilos is a huge jump, particularly at this end of the game as well. We're not talking about guys sitting in the gym, pumping out reps of 10. We're talking about people hitting 1RMs.
Yeah.
Their absolute maximum lift. You add 5 kilos to a maximum lift, it's not going to happen.
Exactly. Now, Sousa missed on commands. I think she's got it this time. Yeah.
Yeah, look at that.
Yeah, all three.
Better. All 3 commands.
That a girl.
3 white lights.
You learn quickly if you're missing at the World Championships. There we go. And it was nice, smooth, and easy. So because she chose an opening weight, or her team chose an opening weight that was completely manageable, she could have paused it all day, and that's what you need.
Yeah, and that's what you want for an opening lift. You give yourself room to move. You want something that you can put on the board, even if you mess it up. Vicky Taylor-Hood looked for 82.5.
Nicely done.
That was a pretty smooth lift. There was a little bit of work off the chest, but nothing major.
Yeah, for 7.5, like we were talking about jumps, 7.5 kilos is a pretty big one. She handled it well. Probably a much smaller jump for her third attempt, but she's grabbing those kilos. She's in the middle of a fight here with the Brit, so...
Yeah, she's going to be grabbing any kilo she can within reason to try and put her in a bit of a position. Tracy O'Culligan from Great Britain looking for 87.5.
Oh, no.
Just couldn't get the power off the chest there. 3 red lights, no lift. Yeah, just got a timing a little bit out there. Just couldn't get the explosion off the chest. You can see a bar path moved at the bottom there.
Yeah.
She really landed in a spot that she wasn't used to.
It was
and
a
when
little...
she got that press command, she had to try and pull it back to where she wanted.
It was a little early to cut it. Sometimes the weight does that to you.
And the bar path in a bench press is just so important.
Yeah, especially it's because it arcs, right? So when you you try to arc a little too early, that's when you quote unquote miss groove, or sometimes just too heavy.
All about the timing. Audria Butler from the US of A. She wants 90 kilos for a second attempt, so she's taking a 5 kilo jump. Which is a fairly considerable size jump at this weight. But she's handled it beautifully.
Wow.
Look at that.
That was smooth.
She's
easy.
well away from her best lift there.
She could have another 5 kilo. Did we think she left some kilos on the table in her squat as well?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, her third squat looked pretty comfortable for a third squat too.
She's staying in the pocket, that's for sure.
The bar's loader for Christine Kluge from Canada, 90 kilograms.
Now this is a conservative 2.5 kilo jump for her. Oh no, I think she went slightly.
Look, she's just giving a bit of a double bounce
Problem
there.
is she could handle the weight.
And no problem with the weight. I think she sort of misheard the command, hesitated.
Just a
got
little
a bit
early.
Of a double bounce there.
It's like she jumped the press command and then realized it and quickly reset it right there, and it was too late. And
No
it is
problem
what
with
it
the
is.
weight. It'd be interesting if she decides to go up in weight.
I don't know.
She
like,
might have missed it on the command, but the weight wasn't a problem.
I think she could get that weight if she does it again, but it was still work enough. I don't know if she could go another 2.5 above that. We'll see.
Ino Majomi from Great Britain looking at 90 kilograms.
Now, she is going to go toe-to-toe with Vicky Hood for the overall medals. This is 5 kilos to her total. She could really use this. Vicky hit her second bench.
That's the thing, when you're in the hunt for a medal,
Whoa.
you can't afford to miss lifts.
Did you just...
That
wow.
was super fast.
She could go another 5 kilo. Yeah, you're 100% right. When you miss, and Vicky moving forward from the squats with one squat really opened the door for the Brit.
That was a super fast lift.
Yeah.
She had a great arch.
She is definitely staying within
It's
range.
a fantastic arch for a lifter in this weight class.
Yeah, I think she's going to go up another 5 kilo.
All right, Joe Whiteley from Great Britain looking for 90 kilograms.
No major struggle with her opener. 5 kilos should move nicely. It was
work a little bit hard, but no problems with that lift at all. And this is the event she was talking about. She was talking to me yesterday saying that the bench press, she's actually got a bit of a shot at getting on the podium here, so she's going to play it safe, I think. She gives herself a bit of a chance.
And Angie actually is going up 2.5 kilo, but like I had said earlier, her game plan isn't to make major ground in the bench. Stay within reach.
She's keeping in focus on that deadlift.
Yeah. Squat and deadlift are definitely your thing.
Her nominated deadlifts are way ahead of the other girls in her weight class. And that's going to be her game plan. Get some numbers on the board early in the squat, the bench, and then just smash on the deadlifts. Having to work for this and just a little bit too much.
And that's the thing, right? Like, you can fight for 2.5 kilos in the bench press. Believe you me, she's opening 32.5 kilos higher than anyone else on the deads. You see how quickly one deadlift can just override everything that happened in the bench press. So she's not worried.
She's playing a smart game,
Yeah.
And Melissa Copeland from the US of A looking for 105.
Now, Copeland is her chief opposition when it comes to getting that gold medal overall, and Copeland is really picking up the kilos in the bench press.
Yeah,
5 kilo jump here.
This is where it's important for Copeland. So Copeland hasn't got the deadlift that Angie's got.
Yeah.
But if she can put some numbers on the bench press and get 10, 12 and a half, maybe 15
then she doesn't need
kilos
that deadlift,
ahead,
does she? Yeah.
Yeah, that's going to make it hard for Angie to peg her down.
And Copeland weighing in less means she has to tie Angie, not surpass her on the total.
Yeah.
Another advantage in Copeland's strategizing,
So
I'm sure.
every bench press that Copeland puts on the board puts a little bit more pressure on Angie.
And believe me, the U.S. team knows it.
She gets that one up.
That's 5 more kilos.
Locks it.
That's 5 more kilos.
Adding a bit more. So, she's sitting 7.5 kilos ahead now
Yeah.
on predicted totals. And if she puts another bench press up, she could take that out to 10 kilos. That's going to make it really hard for Angie to peg her down.
Absolutely.
Gaynor Cripps, 50 kilograms.
Now, she missed her second attempt with 50 kilo. Let's see if she can rebound on this one. It's only 2.5 kilo over her opener.
Yeah, so she missed the second lift. She just couldn't get the power off the chest in this one, could she? Just had no momentum. Elbows stuck out.
Yep.
Shoulders had to do all the work.
It looked like it was just a little too much. I don't know if she can make some adjustments, but we've been wrong when we count people
right.
out.
And it'll be interesting to see if a technique changes here at all. If she brings the elbows in a little bit to let the triceps do a little bit more work, take the pressure off the shoulders a bit. Oh, she got a long call.
Yeah, the reason why that long pause.
That she
Holy
pushed
smokes!
through this.
Wow.
Let's see what happens. I don't know if there's a downward movement there.
There might have been, though,
Yeah, she got a bit of a bounce there.
The problem is,
Wow, what a fight, though.
I feel like she was about to jump the press command again, realize it, put it back down, and then she got the press command because she's finally settled. But it's too late. You can't have down up.
Yeah, it was a bit of a shame.
A lot of heart anyways,
She
but
worked hard.
you know what? Hats off to her for coming out and actually completing the lift, even if it doesn't pass. Wow.
Debbie McAlpine from the Republic of South Africa wants 62.5 for her third lift. Missed this on the second. Wants to rectify this with 62.5 now.
Nice controlled descent. Whoa, nope. And you know what? If you're going to fail a lift, you might as well fail it like that. Not a lot of energy exerted, so you got plenty left. You don't tighten up. Because a lot of times in the bench press, especially when you're arched like that, and you tighten up and struggle, it takes a lot out of you.
Yeah, she made a really smart decision there. She tried to push off the chest, knew it wasn't going to go anywhere. Why expel energy fighting through something that's not going to be a lift anyway? Save it for the deadlift. She'll make that 2.5 kilos up on the deadlift on her first go.
For 2.5 kilos, yeah, you don't empty the tank.
Salsa from Brazil wants 87.5. So she missed the 82.5 opener.
On commands,
On
yeah.
commands.
Yeah.
Got it on a second. I think she might have actually gone, you know what, the 82.5 was pretty easy. And game plan was to go 87 on a third. Let's do it anyway.
Yeah, she probably intended 2.5 kilo jump, so she's probably going to end up where she anticipated being anyways. Whoa, the brakes.
Yeah, look, she might have had a bit of a dip in the bar there.
And did her butt come up? I'm not sure. Let's see what the judges say. Yeah. You know what? The bar kind of dipped around. The butt might have came up. But it was within reason.
Yeah, look, it was a certainly wise decision. It's your third lift. You don't want it to be too easy.
Yeah, you do see the butt coming off the bench there. There was a little down up. It was untidy.
Vicky Taylor-Horde from Canada wants 87.5.
Now she is neck and neck with the Brit, just adding kilos to the total here.
And this is an interesting choice too. I mean, she went 75, then 82.5. She's added 5 kilos for a third attempt here.
82.5, it moved well, but I think she realizes the type of fight she's in and the type of kilos she lost in the squat. She has to take chances.
That was too much.
Yeah, I mean, I don't blame the Canadian team for this move, even though it's a little more, just because she only got one squat and she's in the middle of a battle for that overall.
Yeah,
you got to take
to get
risks.
every kilo she can, you know.
Sometimes you have to. You're forced into it.
Tracy O'Callaghan from Great Britain. She wants 87.5 as well. She missed this on a second.
Back into the 84 plus.
You know, she's currently sitting in bronze overall for the predicted totals.
But she's got to battle for that bronze with Joe Whiteley.
She's going to have to work for it.
Yeah.
Joe's coming down to peg her down, and Joe has...
Whoa.
Joe's got a consistent deadlift. I wouldn't say it's the biggest deadlift, but she's consistent.
Looks like they're going to go toe-to-toe in deads, too, based on their openers.
They are going to battle it out.
Yeah, we got some fights coming.
It looks like Joe Whiteley has managed to secure a bronze medal there, I think, in the bench press, so that'll be good for her. Christine Kluge looking for 92.5 kilograms. She has got a great bench press. And we were saying earlier that she missed her 90 kilo, but it was just on a technical fault. She still lifted it. We're discussing whether she'd go up the extra 2.5 kilos, and she has.
Now, 2.5 kilos, it's quite a bit. It looks by the jump from her opener to her second. This was always the plan third, staying on course.
She didn't miss the 90 for a lack of strength. You know, she just sort of missed the bounce and got a bit of a command.
Not sure if her butt's
She's
still on the bench.
this one.
Her butt is off the
She's
bench.
gonna have to work hard.
It's a missed lift. She might as well let it go. The butt's way off the bench. Yeah.
Disappointing.
You know what?
Yeah, she's disappointed as well.
Coulda, woulda, shoulda. I think she definitely would have got 90 kilo.
Yeah, look, it's a tough decision. I mean,
yeah, it is.
She's in a position too where she's fighting for overall medals.
I think her butt was way off, so that's. If she would have got 90 kilos, she'd be in position for a bench medal, though, so I'm not sure. 92.5, obviously, I don't know why.
Joe Stoveface Whiteley looking for 92.5 and to go home with a bronze in a bench press.
Back in the 84 pluses, and
she wants to put this on too to keep that little gap there between O'Callaghan.
She looks a little. Yeah, well, she gets it.
Nicely done. 3 white lights.
She's happy with
that
it.
That opens up the gap a little bit more between her and O'Callaghan too.
She looks a little tilted, and then she evens out. And she was a little tilted on the squat as well, so she's dealing with something on the hips.
She might be carrying a bit of an injury.
Yep.
Audrey Butler from the US of A wants 95 kilograms.
She's been taking 5 kilo jumps all day.
Is it all the girls in the 72 have missed their third lift so far?
Yeah, that's true. It's a hell of a stat. Yeah, if Kluge had retaken the 90, which we thought was well within means, she would be on the podium for bench. And now that she didn't, is she still going to be...
Yeah, I mean, it's
yeah, I think actually she's still a bronze. She's still a bronze. So, okay, she had nothing to lose.
And it's tough in the overalls because she's missed 2 lifts on the bench now. And that's cost her some kilos.
Yeah, overall, it's cost her kilos. That was a good 95. Holy smokes.
She's absolutely smoked that, didn't she?
You know what? It seems like we haven't seen her fight yet.
Absolutely smoked that. And she's sitting in the gold medal position.
With ease, though. With ease.
For the bench press. And, and she's a little bit lighter.
Yeah, so that's hers.
Than the Brit as well. So she's got that one in the bag now. So even if Eno gets this, Butler still gets the gold medal.
And Kluge, I guess, off her opener had the bronze no matter what. So, yeah, overall, she missed some kilos, but walk away with the medal in the bench press nonetheless.
Oh, a little bit of movement on the chest there.
Nope. Yeah, a little
got
too
out
much.
Of line.
5 kilo proved to be a little too much for her. And the battle continues with her and Vicky Hood.
Angie Winans looking at 95 kilograms.
You know, in the 72 kilo, Canada might have 2 lifters on the podium at the end. Still a lot of lifting left to go, but Kluge and Vicky Hood really piling on some kilos here.
95 kilos for Angie Winans.
Nope.
And she shakes it off. Copeland looking for 107.5.
Small jump, but like we said, all the kilos are going to count.
She's giving herself a good shot here at pegging down and challenging for that gold medal overall.
She's going to need these. She knows what's at stake.
Yeah,
She realizes.
We know Angie has an absolute monster deadlift. She knows Angie has a monster deadlift.
Yeah.
She's trying to get every little kilo she can, try and bridge that gap,
The
get
pressure.
as far out in front as she can.
Yeah, this is her opportunity, and she realizes it. She wants to make the most of this bench press event, and she has.
Yeah, she's taking her time here.
Well,
She's
now is
got
that
it to the
2.5
top.
kilo?
Let's see.
Is that another 2.5 kilo?
If it is, that
It
puts her
is.
out. That gives her 2 wide lights. That puts her about 12.5 kilos in front now.
She's done her job.
So
Now,
Angie's got some work to do.
put the pressure on Angie to do hers. It'll be a battle.
All right, so we'll move into the 84s now. Our first lifter, Pia Marangoni from the Republic of South Africa, looking for 52.5 kilograms.
Now, we haven't seen too many misses in the bench, just commands.
The bar's
Susan.
loaded. We're just waiting for their athlete to come out. Looks like she might not have been aware that they were starting.
Oh, here she comes. She's got plenty of time.
Put the number on the board, please.
So she's looking for 52.5 kilograms. Put herself under a little bit of pressure there,
Well-
having to rush her setup.
Yeah, well, any good showman will leave the crowd waiting and anticipating.
I think she's just trying to build some excitement.
That's
I think.
right. Hats off to her for that. At least it's the bench, the opener. Yeah, she's got no problem. Nicely done. I was about to say, at least
That was fast.
it was super fast, super easy, and that's what you want for an opener. And at least it happened on her opener. She had to do a quick setup.
Absolutely.
If that was a third attempt.
And that's one of the reasons why it's so important to pick an opener that you can do on a bad day.
Yeah.
She had 28 seconds left on the clock
Yeah.
to go out there, set up, get the lift.
She didn't even had her wrist wrapped yet.
Yeah, so that's important. So she can hit that even on a bad day.
Exactly, and that's well said. That's what you want your opener to be, a way you can hit in any situation.
Jodie Foxon looking for 55 kilos. Again, the Republic of South Africa putting in a big show over the last couple of days. Marissa Smiley taking out the World Championship yesterday.
Very close grip. Very close grip.
Very, very close grip for a bench press.
Throws a lot on your triceps, but it also makes it a lot longer a way up.
3 white lights.
That decent jump here, up to 65 kilo now. It looks like we're going to see a bit of a spread here. Webb opening up with 105 kilo. Wow.
65 kilos.
Yeah, bench is always interesting like that with the female lifters. I mean, they're physiologically not really built to bench. And you get some women that just manage to get a natural technique. The women that just, it's just not their area. And they prefer deadlifts or squats. So, in these sort of weight classes, you will see a big spread, 52.5 all the way up to 105 kilos.
Nicely done.
Very, very well done there with the 3 white lights.
Good, let it on your chain.
And then, of course, you got your Jen Thompson, who's the greatest bench presser
Well,
of all.
I think most men want to pretend Jen Thompson doesn't exist. Yeah, she certainly has an amazing bench press, doesn't she? Jen Thompson's a great example, though, of why technique is so important.
Beautifully done right there.
If you look at the size of someone like Jen Thompson, You would never imagine in a lifetime, if you didn't know, that you could bench press that much weight.
She really is a once-in-a-lifetime athlete. You know, she's probably the best bench presser regardless of weight class, regardless of men or women's. However you want to splice it, she's probably the best of all time. So make sure you don't miss the Battle of the 63s.
Absolutely. Now,
a little preview.
Did you want to say this name?
Sir, you've been doing so well as the lead, and I'm the color commentator for this one.
Well,
I think I'm going to let you continue.
Christina Grimstad Nordstrand from Norway, 70 kilograms.
There you go. I would have done it a little better, but
70 kilograms.
This is her first year in the Masters.
What a great lift. That was a really, really good opening lift there.
Yeah, that's exactly what you want your opener to be like. Doesn't expend a lot of energy, gets you in the game, and you can kind of take it from there. You want to add kilos, do it in your second and third attempt. You never really want to look at your opener as, this is my opportunity to add kilos to my total. That's a whole wrong way to look at it.
Nah, this is your opportunity to put a number on the board.
Yeah, if you're going forward with your opener to your total, something wrong happened.
Pia Valkonen from Finland. Taking her time, getting set up. Wants to get everything as tight as she possibly can. Every little movement of the body outside of the bar is wasted energy.
Gotta agree. Nicely done.
Very
man.
smooth lift. 3 white lights.
Plenty of room left. You know what? On pretty much all of these openers, we've seen a lot of room left to go.
Their opening lifts here. They've got room to move. They've used their opening lift just to open the gate.
It's always tough when you see a lifter and they leave themselves, they get the opener, but there's absolutely no room to move.
Nowhere to go.
Set yourself up, not only that, but for 2 grinders that are just going to empty your tank before you get to deads.
Karen Tvedt from Norway.
Wow.
What a great lift.
You know, Karen has really taken a lot of people by surprise here.
Yeah, that was a textbook lift there.
She's the lady that flew under the radar, claimed to be competing one year when we've seen she's competed more.
I think stealth mode has just been turned off.
That's exactly it. And almost came within inches of a gold medal in the squats.
April Gray from the US of A. She wants 90 kilograms.
That's a pretty big opener. Second biggest opener in this weight class.
Another great opening lift. The girls have picked their opening lifts absolutely perfectly.
Bang
so
on,
far.
yeah.
Lafay Ognastocha from Iceland. 90 kilograms.
Come on, Agnes Northia. Iceland 90 kilos.
Let's see how she handles this. This is, again, second biggest opener. Oh, wow.
No problem whatsoever. Again,
Easy.
another good choice.
All right, now, Webb opened pretty heavy in squat and had a bit more work in her opener than we thought. Missed her second, came back and got it. Let's see how her opener and bench looks.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see her decisions are here because she certainly had some interesting decisions in her squats.
I mean, we weren't sure what kind of a day she was going to have. She matched her previous PR, which obviously is a good indication, but she also failed it. So it's kind of a 50-50 proposition here on the bench press.
Yeah, and you know, it was the 200 kilo squat and getting in a third enough to boost your confidence and really get her adrenaline pumping in the right direction.
It just shows you in this sport how even in the same day, same lights, everything, It's 50-50. When the bar is loaded, you might hit it, you might not. It all depends.
The weights are in charge.
Yeah. Just a simple misgroove.
105 kilograms for Alicia Webb.
Huge pause there. Oh, because it wasn't totally
Yeah, it didn't come
rested
to a
on the
complete stop. Wobbled
Yeah.
around a little bit.
You really want to get there and hold it. Otherwise, they got to wait, right?
She made a weight, but obviously 105 is a great choice because even with the long pause, it was
That's
still
right.
an easy lift.
That's right. So all of the attempts we completely agree with.
Definitely
Well
the
played.
right choices. Republic of South Africa, Pia Marangoni,
Now all-
57.5.
Now that all the ladies are on the board, now's the time you could play.
Now you can start adding kilos. Great to see them all get their opening lifts.
A 5 kilo jump here, so she's definitely up in the ante in her second attempt. Nice.
Yeah,
you
not
see-
too much problem there. A little bit of room to move for a third.
Yep, definitely. You see here there was a little movement whoop, to settle, and the judges are going to wait until you settle.
It has to come to a complete
Yeah.
stop.
So that's why some of these lifters on the bench, you'll notice they're a little more controlled on the way down because you're going to get a quicker press
Yeah,
going
it's
that
always
way.
a catch-22. I mean, you don't want to go too slow down and waste energy, but if you're going to drop it fast, you're going to get a long call.
That's right, because you got to settle that weight.
Jodie Poxon from the Republic of South Africa, 57.5 kilograms.
Look how narrow. She's almost at the smooth part of the gnarly. Whoa, a lot of movement on the bottom there. Look at that.
Yeah, look,
Did you see? If we see that replay there,
not sure what was happening there, but it was bouncing around, wasn't it?
you got to. You're not doing yourself any favors. Take a look. Constant, like just.
Looks like she was almost trying to predict the press call.
And that's a dangerous proposition there. You could be down there all day.
Yeah, so she got red light on the 57.5 though.
Yep.
Couldn't get that one through. Fiona Park from New Zealand, 70 kilograms. The animal technician from New Zealand. The Kiwi Silver Fern.
I'm going to have to ask her what her day-to-day is at her job. Animal technician. I can't.
It's
not a vet,
To find
it's-
out what an animal technician is.
I'm
Now, please,
intrigued.
those of you listening, remember we are powerlifters. We know a lot. We don't know everything. Fiona Park looking for 70 kilograms.
From New Zealand, in your original neck of the woods, anyways.
Yeah, close neighbour.
Close neighbor, friendly neighbor,
Oh, well,
kind neighbor,
New Zealand and Australia are always friendly.
loving neighbor. 5 kilo.
Our next lifter, Jenny Sherwood.
Yeah, your New Zealand-Australia relations are like our Canada-America, but not these worlds. We've had a breakdown in relations. So many battles between Canada and U.S.
The Aussie,
Neck and neck.
The Aussies and the Kiwis, we're like neighbours. You know? Go over for a barbecue every now and then, have a couple of beers. 72.5 kilos for Jenny Sherwood.
This is a decent 7.5 kilo jump.
That's a big jump, but handles it like a true
he
professional.
handles it very well.
We've seen-
Again, appropriate second attempts.
Yeah. Christina Grimstad Nordstrand from Norway, 75 kilograms, and the coolest name in the whole session. You get a name like that, you know you're going to do something great. Almost as good as Ron Strong.
Hey, for powerlifting, your last name's Strong, and you're a world champion powerlifter. It's like you're out of a comic book, and if you met him, you heard his voice. He is straight out of a comic book, a bull of a man. Nice.
Having to work, putting a lot of energy for a no lift. A little bit too much of a jump there.
Yeah.
Pia Volkanen looking for 85 kilograms.
Another 5 kilo jump. Let's see if the 5 kilo jump is a little too much for her, if it's right on the money.
85 kilos.
Getting those shoulders under as far as she can. Just building that arch.
Yeah, you see those, the angle, armpits facing the ceiling. Beautiful setup.
It's a great setup, isn't it?
Did she jump that press command? It was really close.
It was very close.
Very
Let's wait and
close.
see what they say.
Yeah.
So gets 2 whites, but the head ref.
He knew. It
He's
was
the one.
so close.
He's the one who knows.
Yeah, he knows. Well, he's the one who says it. Yeah, for sure. It was so close. But I got to agree.
Certainly predicted it very well.
Yeah.
And just snuck away with it with the 2 side rests. So very well done.
Yeah.
Karen Devet, 90 kilograms.
Karen operating in stealth mode. But
Yeah, I
currently,
mean, Karen, it's interesting. I mean, Karen's got some numbers on the bench that, depending on what happens with Gray, she could even sneak through for a bronze medal. She weighs a little bit lighter than Gray. And Gray's are generally a good bencher, but Karen's proven to be a pretty good bencher as well here.
and Karen just absolutely massive squatting, came in silver, threatened for the gold.
So Gray's going to have a hit at 92.5. I can't imagine any reason why she wouldn't get a 92.5. But the pressure's on her to hold on to that bronze medal now.
Now Karen might, we're going to have a battle on the podium for sure. So all these kilos
You know,
going to be
Karen's just,
preciously weighted.
Tevet's just sort of sneaking along there, putting some numbers on the board.
Oh, on the projected, she's currently
Yeah.
in silver, but you know how quickly the deadlift can change things. Nicely
Nice
done.
lift.
Yeah,
That
very
was a
nicely
good
done.
second lift there. A little bit of work, but still leaves yourself room for a third.
Yeah. And look at the form here, based out nicely. The lats are locked and the elbows in beautiful position under the bars.
April from Iceland, the bar is loaded. Come on, April.
Olafay
Slovakia.
Agnastacia, 92.5 kilos for the Icelandic.
And I believe in Iceland, all the last names for the women and in daughter, and men and in son. Is that right?
Correct.
Yep.
Yeah,
See
a
that?
lot of the foreign languages, so last names in Russian as well.
Is that right?
Have different endings for male and female.
Ah. 2.5 kilo. Nicely done. See, we like to add
Very
these
well
little
done.
trivia for our listeners and
Well,
viewers.
you know, we
right?
like to keep our listeners up to date with
Yeah,
very useful
sure.
bits of trivia information.
Sure we
The
do.
next trivia night you're at, and you get asked a question about Icelandic last names.
That's right.
You can thank us.
Thank you, Gary and Sixpack from IPF Worlds. We'll get
Oh.
into a little Star Wars and Star Trek later. Wildly unpopular.
Alicia Webb, 110 kilograms. Some monster bench press.
Yeah, a 5 kilo jump, but she likes big jumps. You've seen that in her squat.
And a 105, I mean, it came up pretty easily.
No, it was definitely within reason. I think 5 kilo jump is probably appropriate. Now, we'd seen how it can go either way. You know, no, excuse me, can't take anything for granted. Wow, it's work, but it was well within her
Yeah, I
means.
mean, it was a little bit slow and a little bit of work, but yeah, it certainly never looked in doubt.
No. And she has some room. I don't know if she wants another 5. I think that might be getting a little greedy. I don't think she needs another 5.
No, she's in a really solid place. She's clearly out in front for the gold medal
Yeah.
in the bench press. No one's going to catch that. She's clearly out in front in the overall predictions. No one's going to catch that. Now's not the time to be doing anything silly. Now's the time to focus on that world championship.
Yeah, 2.5
Good
kilo, I
thing.
think she could get. I think 5 might be a tall order, but
So Jodie Poxton from the Republic of South Africa looking to redeem herself on 57.5 after missing her second lift. long arms. And
Yeah.
well, she's certainly got a
Oh,
chance
she's
this
got
time.
tons of heart. I think she's
Wow,
got
she might actually
Wow.
get this one.
it. Nice.
Good lift. What a redemption.
Good job.
She's happy with that too.
Good
Look at
job.
a
Yeah,
smile on
that
her face.
Well done. Well, as she should be. It's always nice when you miss lift, come back. It's the world championships. The world's watching, and you hit it.
Yeah, that's exactly it. You know, you're right. The World Championships, the world is watching.
Yeah.
It
Whether or not-
is a good feeling.
Whether or not you're pressing for a medal or not, that's a victory.
Pia Marangoni of the Republic of South Africa looking for 60 kilograms.
2.5 kilo jump. Took 5 from her opener to a second, so obviously
Yes, this
feeling.
is a smart move. I mean, she took a big jump early on because she did open with a nice, easy opening lift.
Yeah, set herself up well. I think she's paced appropriately. A little bit. Yeah, she's got it. Quick on the descent, but handled the weight.
Very quick descent. And you can see that quick descent there. You can see the bar wobble around a little bit.
So you're going to wait a second if the bar wobbles, but if you're good for it, as long as there's not a clear down up.
Fiona Park from New Zealand looking for 75 kilograms.
Now this is a bit bigger of a jump, a 5 kilo jump. She took 5 kilo jump from her opener to her second.
Yeah, it's a big jump on a third lift.
She's comfortable with it.
New Zealand, Australia, harsh rivals in the rugby union and the Bledisloe
Is that right?
Cup.
That's when the relations break
Look,
down
I'd
a
love
little.
to say harsh rivals, but Australia hasn't won for a long time.
It's not really a war when there's only casualties on one side. Oh, a little too much.
Yeah, that 5 kilos is a little bit too much. Yeah, New Zealand having one of the best rugby union teams in the world.
Is that the All Blacks?
The All Blacks.
Yeah, see, I know what they. I guess
look,
even if you're not a rugby fan, you know the All Blacks.
Everyone knows the All Blacks.
You ever stop someone on the street, name one rugby team, they're going to say All Blacks?
Christina Grimstad Nordstrand from Norway, 175 kilograms.
Now, when she missed this on her second attempt, was it technical strength or? Trying to recall here, we're bouncing around from our weight class.
Yeah, I think she just couldn't get the power off the chest.
Oh, she breaks
She's
through.
got it
Oh
this
my
time.
gosh!
Wow.
She might have done it this time.
Absolutely
Again.
beautiful, and she's absolutely ecstatic about that lift.
That's 2 women in the 84 kilo class. Missed her second, come back,
And
hit
made
it on the
it
third.
come back.
Yeah.
Jenny Sherwood from Great Britain, 177.5.
Is loaded. Come on out, Jenny Sherwood.
Five kilo jump here. She took,
Yeah,
a,
it's a big jump on a third lift.
she took a 7.5 kilo jump from her opener second, so she might like those big jumps. Ooh, maybe a little too
bit much
yeah.
for her, though. You can see the bar come back there and the spotters grab it. We also have safety rails on our benches here too, so none of our athletes are ever in risk of a bar dropping on their heads.
And the spotter's been really
They have
on
been
point.
super fast today,
They had a couple of really quick catches.
doing an amazing job out there. And it's a tough job up there too under the hot lights.
Earning their slice of pizza.
We'll throw in a can of cola as well.
Generous.
Pia Volkanen from Finland, 90 kilograms.
You know, she's staying tight in the game. This is a 5 kilo jump. Currently projected for fourth. Looking to go 3 for 3 in the bench press here.
A little bit too much.
You know, some of these lifters that are going to finish off the podium, it's good to keep in mind that even your ranking from 4th to 5th, sometimes you want to defend a 4th. Now, you might ask, defend a 4th, there's no medal. Why? Because the points for your overall national team are collected, and there's a bigger picture there
This is
as
the
well.
World Championships. I mean, but you've got athletes think of the big picture here as well, not just about them, not just about their medals. It's also the big picture for the national team.
So
Karen DeVette, our stealth pilot.
that's right, stealth pilot.
Karen Stealth DeVette from Norway looks at 92.5. She's going to put in a fight, and she gets into the top.
I mean, she's gone 6 for 6 so far in the World
And
Championships,
she is ecstatic.
and
She did
really
a bronze
shocking
medal,
people.
and Gray has to lift 95 to take back the bronze.
Karen is really setting herself up for a collection of medals here. 6 for 6. That's how you build your total.
That's it. And Gray's a couple of kilos heavier than Tibet, so Gray has to lift more to get the bronze.
Well played by the Norwegian team. Now let's see if Gray can answer back.
April Gray needs the 95 to take back the medal.
Yep. And then we have the Icelandic lifter to. Oh my gosh.
And she nails it.
She did it.
Well done. That was an interesting lift, though, because interestingly, if she'd missed that lift, she would have dropped back to 4th position on the bench press.
Yeah, it's a bit of an all or nothing, wasn't it? So we have the Icelandic lifter coming out also 95 pounds, or 95 kilos, sorry.
Lafoy Agnastocha.
But Lafoy is slightly less in body weight than Gray, so the tie will go to her. So Webb currently has the gold, Gray the silver, Karen the bronze. Going to shake some things up here, and I think she just did.
She absolutely nailed that. 3 white lights to change those positions around.
Yeah.
Which means Savette drops back to 4th. And Webb, 112.5. A smart move here. She's already got the gold medal in place for the bench press. She's already predicted totals well out in front for the overall gold medal. 2.5 kilos, don't do anything silly.
And 110 seemed like work. For an extra 2.5 kilo, you don't want to empty the tank. It's just not worth it.
Yeah, and in order to get the gold medal overall, she still has to complete a deadlift. You don't want to expel yourself completely on a bench press and then all of a sudden not have anything left for the deadlift. $112.5 kilograms. Having to work. I don't think she's going to push through, but I could be wrong.
Smokes. Wow. Okay. So 112.5, exactly the right call.
That is the exact call for a third lift.
So the overall, so the way it's shaked up, we got Webb for the gold.
So we got Webb for the gold there. Tibet drops back to 4th place. We end up with the Icelandic Ognoskacha in 2nd place.
Yep.
And Gray will take the bronze.
That was a bench battle,
weight.
wasn't it?
Wow, absolutely fantastic. What a session we've had so far. We'll take a 5-minute break. And I'll be back with 6-pack Lavadap in 5 minutes for more action on the deadlift. Welcome back to beautiful Calgary, Canada for the 2018 IPF World Championships Classic Powerlifting. We're here to heat up with the deadlifts for a Saturday morning deadlift party. Thanks to our sponsors, Eleco, SBD, standing behind this great event, and a lot of our other sponsors, ER Equipment, Titan Support Systems, Rogue, A7, Athletic Alliance, Inner Strength Products, Strongman Sport, Loaded Bar Collective. We have got all sorts of sponsors behind us here, and none of these events are possible without any of these guys. We're heating up for our deadlifts. Our first lifter is going to be Debbie McAlpine from the Republic of South Africa. We're opening on 122.5.
And the bar has finally hit the floor. The battle is on, and we have a big battle for the 72-kilo women.
The deadlift platform where gods are made and egos are destroyed.
You know, Canada has 2 lifters who are threatening to take the podium, but thus far, Eno from Britain is leading the pack.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting competition this morning. Debbie McAlpine looking at 122.5.
Nicely done.
Absolutely beautiful. Just stands up, puts it down. Great opening lift.
Yeah, you have to agree there. We have back-to-back lifters from the Republic of South Africa.
Now, it's interesting how the weights and how the numbers have played out here. Jo Whiteley, I was talking to her the other day, didn't really mention that she had a shot in getting on the podium overall. She snuck in there, the predicted total. She's a few kilos ahead for the bronze medal. If she can just do her job, she might hold O'Callaghan out.
Yeah, that's going to be another fight there for the podium finishes.
Gaynor Cripps from the Republic of South Africa looking for 125. Now, she is built to deadlift.
I would say so.
This is her sport. Oh, look at that.
Very easily done.
That was absolutely brilliant. Straight off the floor, straight to the top. No mucking around.
Yeah, it took no major efforts. She waited to see the white lights, but
That was like
it was
a
a sure deal.
paperweight. Audrey Butler, 140 kilograms. From the US of A.
Locks her lats into place. Nicely done. Now, we had said previously we didn't think she was expending herself in the squat and the bench. Let's see what she does in deadlift.
Yeah, it'd be interesting if she pushed herself a little bit harder there.
Maybe she's waiting to make a play, and this is where she wants to cover her most ground.
Yeah, I mean, she's close enough to do that. Maria Dolores Salsa from Brazil looks at 140 kilograms. Gives that bar a good stare down as she walks out.
Got one hand on the knurling, one hand on the smooth part.
Yeah,
she's
interesting.
way
Bit
over.
of an offset lift there.
Way off.
Not sure if she's,
I don't think she wants to actually do that. Is she?
Not sure what she's doing
She's
here.
still way off.
Looks like it might be part of it.
Now she's found it.
That's an interesting setup.
Okay, yeah, she sorted herself and took it.
Oh, it's quite an interesting way she's setting up there. I wonder if she's sort of feeling her way into position. But
Or maybe a little bit of nervousness. I'm glad she didn't pull when her hands were. She was so far over onto her right side. That was not going to go the way she thought it would. But sorted herself, gathered herself, and got her opener.
Christine Kluge, 170 kilograms.
Kluge has been consistent and
She's been a
now
great lifter today.
looking to add some kilos and get herself onto that podium, certainly in reach.
Yeah, she's got the, Butler's pegging her down from behind, but I mean, I think if Kluge just does a job, which he has been all day, then she'll walk away with the bronze.
It's definitely going to be a fight. She managed that well. Plenty of room to grow from there.
Yeah, and she can't afford to drop any lifts here.
No, I don't think any of them can in this tight of a
Butler's
race.
right behind by a couple of kilos. Elo Majombi from Great Britain, 170 kilograms.
She's kind. I mean, I don't want to say pulling away, but Vicky Hood is a nice deadlifter. Oh,
Stands it to the top.
and apparently
Gets
Eno's a
3
nice
white
deadlifter.
lights. Might have got a bit of a cramp there. Vicky Taylor Hood from Canada looking at 180 kilograms.
It'll be interesting to see if Vicky thinks she could mitigate the Brits' lead and possibly pull for a gold, or if she's going to end up defending the silver. We'll have to see how this deadlift event plays out.
You know, we've seen some big deadlifts yesterday for a gold medal. So
Yeah. And it also depends if the bronze medal lifter is in position to threaten Vicky's silver. If not, might as well pull for gold.
Vicky Taylor Hood for 180.
Nicely
That's
done.
not a problem at all.
Nicely done.
Joe Whiteley, 180 kilograms.
Gino's calling her Joe Stoneface Whiteley as well.
That
Is
is,
this really
her, that is her Instagram tag.
Okay. I thought you made that up, sir, but okay. Oh,
And she gets 2 white lights. Just turns and has a look at the head judge there. What do you think that's for, mate?
that's exactly what her face looked like. Excuse me.
How dare you give me a red light? All right, Copeland's pulling for 185.
It's some big deadlifts already.
Copeland's coming up behind and trying to peg down that bronze medal.
It's definitely within pulling range. That bronze medal, even the
That's
silver
going
medal.
to be tight.
That's well
Wow,
done.
that was easy.
Yep.
Tracy O'Callaghan. Melissa Copeland, our next lifter, looking for 187.5.
Now, we had said this is where Angie from Canada is really going to start catching up to Copeland, and Copeland really looking to stave off that charge. She's not going to outpull Angie, but can she pull enough to maintain her lead? She's got quite the spread right now. Nice enough opener.
No problems with that lift. So Angie Wine is looking at 202.5.
And you caught 2 seconds ago, she had dropped her opener 10 kilo.
Yeah, it's interesting. She was going to open at 212.5.
So we're not sure why that is. Is it if she feels a little banged up? Hopefully not. It's a considerable drop.
Yeah, I mean, that wasn't too tough a lift. I mean,
But 10 kilo is a decent drop. Or
Yeah.
was she just trying to scare the girls with that 212? Never had intentions of opening.
yeah,
with it.
maybe
That
but she
happens
never
too.
actually had the intention to put a 212 on.
And the reason
Just
why
a bit of
you
a fright.
do that, if you have a reputation as a big puller, and everyone's like, well, I have to build my lead in squat and bench, you force them to try to squat too heavy, bench too heavy, miss some lifts. They're scared, thinking, well, they're all crunching numbers in the back,
Yeah,
thinking
I
where they
mean-
got to be. Then you drop your opener like, I was never going to go that heavy.
That's one of the great things about powerlifting. You know, it's not just getting out there and lifting. It's very tactical. You come down to this end, and it's a very tactical sport. Debbie McAlpine from Republic of South Africa looking for 127.5. Pretty small jump, but probably the right jump, I think.
Yeah, for sure.
Gets it on the board.
Nicely done.
Gaynor Cripps wants 137.5.
You know what I like about McAlpine's dead there? You see her lock those lats into place, and the back tension was on, so she had no movement at all from that straight back. Lovely form.
Yeah, that's one of the most important things. If you're a conventional lifter, you want to keep that back as straight as you possibly can.
When you lock into place, the lats, the glutes, the hamstrings, everything fires, not just a lower back.
Yeah, and unfortunately deadlift has a bit of a reputation in gyms, a bit of a bad reputation for being bad for your back. In fact, if done right, the deadlift is a fantastic exercise for your back. You know, I've been involved in sports rehabilitation for a long time, and I still use deadlifts done properly for back rehabilitation.
Yeah, absolutely.
Gaylord Cripps, built for the deadlift. She is going to grab this and throw it through the roof. Look at those arms. Straight to the top.
That was a pretty nice dead. 3 bites.
137.5. Audrey Butler from the US of A. She wants 150. You know, she's close enough behind Kluge there to take a run for that bronze medal, depending on how Kluge goes with her deadlift. So 150 is a good choice.
Yeah, she's trying to stay close enough within reach if she has to pull for it. Now, we had said we haven't seen Butler struggle at all yet. I want to see her fight at least once before she leaves.
She's got a lot in the tank, hasn't she?
If she's close enough for a medal and doesn't have at least one fight, it'd be a stitch disappointing.
And again,
No fight.
Not a hard lift at all.
You know, if the bronze medal's in reach and you haven't fought at least once, you're going to be upset with yourself. Coulda, woulda, shoulda.
She has left enough in the tank that it comes down to that third lift that she might be planning on
Pull
taking
for it.
that big run.
Pull for it.
Maria Dolores Sosa from Brazil wants 150 kilograms. Let's watch a setup on this one.
Yeah. Nicely done.
Gets it to the top.
Yeah. It's work, but I mean, you want to work for your seconds. I like it. See a side shot there. The back stays straight.
Nicely
Nice
done.
technique, yeah.
Christine Kluge looking for 177.5.
Now look at that. I said Butler's got to pull for the podium finish, and it looks like she has. Now Kluge and the Canadian team are going to see that. Butler staying oh so quiet until the last dead, right?
Have we got another stealth pilot here? Christine Kluge, she's been solid all day, Christine has.
Very consistent and has great technique on the deadlift. No kilos are left because of inefficient lifting.
Wow,
Oh,
this is
no.
looking hard, and she
Nice.
can't quite get it. She just opened the door.
I think
I think
Butler.
she just opened the door for Butler.
I think Butler, who's been playing very quiet and staying well within her means, showing no major struggles, could just pull for that
I think she might
podium
sneak
finish.
through and steal away the bronze medal.
You know, that happens.
Kluge just opened the door for her.
Yeah.
Ilan Mujomi from Great Britain, 180 kilograms.
Locks those lats. Look at that. Nice tension.
Textbook sumo
Yeah.
deadlift.
Very solid technique. Very solid
Three
firepower.
white lights, and you can see her as she walks off after every lift, stretching
Yeah.
those lats.
Well,
So she's really using them like a good deadlift should.
exactly. That's exactly it. She's locking those
If you're not
lats.
finishing a deadlift session with sore lats, then you're doing it wrong.
You're throwing it on the lower back. Well said, sir.
Joe Whiteley, 190 kilograms, really needs to put this on the board to keep O'Callaghan at bay. Joe Stoneface Whiteley.
Oh, no. Slows right down before lockup. I think she's might get it. I don't think she's fully locked
Oh, I
out
don't
yet.
think she's able to lock it out.
Right at the line. She's hoping and praying.
She
but
gets
no.
2 red lights, and she's just opened the door for O'Callaghan to come through and steal away the bronze.
Yeah, it was certainly close, wasn't it? I mean, from
Just
certain angles, it might have looked it, but it
Boy,
was
lock it out.
so close, but
The
so
knees
far.
are still soft there, and the hips aren't locked.
Vicky Hood.
192.5.
Vicky's looking to get close enough to either pull for the gold or defend.
12.5 kilos seems like a big gap, but there's enough there. Oh, I think that's all she's got, though. She's already had a downward movement.
Yeah, I think it's... No, that's not going to happen.
Yeah, unfortunate.
You know what? So, okay, the gold's probably out of reach, but can she defend the silver?
Yeah, now she's got to hold on tight here.
You know, Butler's actually pulling for silver. Now that Vicky missed that, Butler is in a position totally fly on the radar and pull for silver in the 72 kilo. Wouldn't that be a complete shifting of the rankings?
And interestingly, Cluj has put in a third attempt at 180 after missing 1775.
Yeah, that'd be... I mean, that's wishful thinking.
Big call. I mean, 1775 didn't come past the knees, so...
Well, we'll see.
Tracy O'Callaghan looking at 192.5. Looks at it. Oh, she gets it to the top so quickly. And just couldn't hold on.
She felt it about the slip, let out a smile like, I just missed this.
Yeah, she knew. I think she rushed her setup a bit there.
Yeah, she shook her head, said, oh, no, I feel it.
Yeah. Rushed into the setup a little bit there. Didn't get quite a good enough grip on that Alico bar.
Copeland been very consistent. And it looks like, so Angie is going to take 212.5 on her second attempt. Copeland now jumped up 7.5 kilos. Is she put too big a spread for Angie to pull for the win? She just might have.
It is getting really technical.
Yeah. Angie having dropped her deadlift opener. Might be conceding the gold. We'll have to see. Oh, wow. She's got room to spare. You know, if Angie and
the tank.
If Angie and the Canadian team were watching this, hoping to see a struggle, that's a little discouraging.
There was no struggle there. So Angie's going to look at that 212 now, which she was originally going to open on.
Let's see how this moves for her. It'll give a really big tell. I mean, I think at this point, the spread's getting too big, and she's going to just defend that silver. The difference between Whiteley and her is much closer than the difference between her and Copeland.
Yeah, that's right.
So I think defending the silver is kind of on the menu as opposed to the gold at this point. But
yeah, I mean, I think it's important. I mean, Jo Whiteley missed the 192, so it's probably not likely that she's going to have a crack. But I mean, that was a smart move by Angie.
Yeah, you got to realize where you're resting and be honest with yourself. Otherwise, people can sneak up like we're watching the 72s. Right, you know.
Whiteley dodged a bit of a bullet there with O'Callaghan missing the 192 as well. So, you know, she might just sneak away there. Come around for our third attempts now. This is where we might see a few changes. Debbie McAlpine looking at 132.5. Might see a few little changes in third attempts here in the 72s.
Yeah, you know what? If we estimate if Angie's too far ahead of Whiteley or O'Callaghan, does she load it to pull a Hail Mary for the gold?
I think if you're in a secure position.
Yeah, you have absolutely nothing to lose.
I think if you're not risking your medal, then I think you're absolutely crazy not to.
I'll agree with you. McAlpine.
Because it is, I mean, in a sport like this, yeah, the amount of difference adrenaline can make. If you're pulling for a gold medal, and we saw it yesterday with the South African, you know, she put on 142.5. She I mean, if you look at her number, she had no right pulling that.
No business.
No business pulling that number at all. Walks out, pulls it to the top fast, and steals the gold medal.
And if you're not risking your silver medal, why would you not?
Why wouldn't you?
The rest of your life, you got one shot. You may never be in that position again.
Yeah, you're at a world championship event. I mean, I know everyone wants a long career, but this might be your only shot.
That's right. That's right. You might come to other worlds, but never be in that position again. 150 on the bar.
Gaynor, deadlift Cripps, looking for 150.
Nicely done, sir.
Thank you. Well, let's see if this is as quick as the others. I think it might be a little bit of a fight, though.
It's a fight for the lockout. Jeez.
Wow, she has just made the deadlift.
Yeah.
I want to see her in a couple of years' time at the World Championships again. I want to see her in a couple of years. I think her deadlift's going to go through the roof. Maria Dolores Sosa from Brazil wants 155.
5 kilo jump. I think that's appropriate. And she's had a pretty good day herself, looking to finish it 3 for 3 in the final event.
Yeah, it's a nice way to finish 3 for 3, I think.
She has a good setup, locks those lats. Oh, just a little too heavy. Okay, so Butler now pulling for the silver medal, looking to bump Vicky Hood, looking to bump Cluj, and looking to ruin Canada's day here. If she gets this, and the two Canadians who have already missed their second attempts...
they've already missed their second attempts, and they missed them because they were too heavy.
So if they miss... Yeah, it's true. So if they miss their thirds as well, this could
and
be...
it's interesting because both of them missed their second, and both of them have added weight for their thirds.
Well, they got to. I mean, we talked about they're warriors, and the World Championships roll around once.
One shot.
So Butler really flew under our radar, but we had seen she was holding back in the squats, holding back in the bench, ever disciplined, ready for her opportunity, and here it comes.
Can we see an upset?
I mean, a great move by the U.S. coaching staff, knowing some horses you pull back, some horses you whip. They were pulling her back all day, and now we're going to let it all fly.
Every single lift, she had more in the tank.
Whoa, locks those lats. Holy, oh no.
A little bit too much.
High risk, high reward. The gamble could have played off. Take another shot here.
Just a bit too much.
Locks in her lats, comes up, stalls at the knees, and no.
Yeah, just mistimed the knees and the hips there a little bit too. She was straightening the knees a little bit too fast.
So now Cluj in the bronze medal position, and she's loading up enough.
So Cluj has
she's
dropped
retaking.
dropped her lift, as you can do in your third lift for your deadlift.
And
she's put it back to 177.5, knowing now she doesn't need the 180.
There it is. Yeah, she's too far away to outpull to supplant Vicky Hood, but Butler's charge no longer a threat.
And Taylor Hood's dropped her third lift back to the second attempt as well.
Yeah, because Cluj dropped her. So there you go. No, little too much.
A little too much again. So Cluj will go away with the bronze medal overall.
Yep.
And the bronze medal for the deadlift.
Not a bad way to finish the day.
Taylor Hood will take away the silver medal overall and the silver for the deadlift. And Majomi will take away the gold for the deadlift and the gold overall.
Or actually, Hood will take the gold if she gets 192.5.
Oh, it will. That's right. It will move her up. So,
but she's going to settle for the silver overall. Let's see what happens here.
Wow, she changed that from a second attempt, didn't she?
You know what? I mean, she's been so consistent. Has she missed the lift? Has she missed the lift?
Only a second attempt on deadlift.
Is that right? Or no, she got her second attempt on deadlift. From
she
Great
did
Britain.
too. Yeah, she did too.
I mean, I think she went 9 for 9 today, unless she missed something I can't remember. But that's how you pack on the kilos and build your total.
That's absolutely fantastic. That takes her out to a new world champion. There's Joe Whiteley looking at 190. She missed this on a second attempt.
That was at
wants a bronze medal.
It was at the lockout, and it was just
couldn't get it locked. That looks better, but yeah, look, she's going to struggle with that lockout again. Stand up, push those hips through.
Did she lock that out? It's her shoulders.
And she gets a lift on that.
It was close. I mean, these are all close.
She's sitting in a bronze medal position.
Yeah, it does look locked from there. I mean, that looks locked this time.
pulling for the gold medal in the deadlift.
Vicky Hood pulling for gold.
Taylor Hood. So if she gets the 192, she still gets the silver overall, but she gets a gold in the deadlift to take it away from Ajami. A little too much.
A little too
She'll
much.
settle for the silver in the deadlift, but she gets a silver medal overall at the World Championships.
Very good day. Who's kidding who?
Next lifter, Tracy O'Callaghan, looking to pull 197.5. And if she does, she'll take the bronze medal from Joe Stoneface Whiteley. Now remember, she failed the 192.5, but she's pulling for a medal.
And that really is, you have nothing to lose. Even though you failed 192.5 at the 5 kilo, pull for the medal.
Here we go. Could Joe hold on to that medal, or is O'Callaghan going to take it away at the last minute?
Locks in those lats. Holy. Wow. Oh, no, at the lockup. Did she get the down command?
Did she get the down command?
I didn't hear it. I didn't hear down command.
No.
I was going to say.
She jumped the command.
I heard no down command.
She had the bar to the top.
Why would she, can't give yourself your commands.
Drop the bar down before she got the command.
You know, it's coming out of her hands. On that slow-mo, you see, it came out of her hands last time. It's coming out of her hands again. And she figures, let me put it down and sell it.
Yeah, she thought she could sell it, but didn't get away with it. So Joe Whiteley sneaks away with the bronze medal.
The judge is not buying what she's selling. So, Copland, 200 kilo, wanting to put this outer reach for Angie, so Angie can't pull for the win.
Yeah, I think that's a smart move. I mean, 200 kilos, just enough to put it out of reach.
I mean, right now, if she misses this, Angie's projected, she'll probably bump it up 2 kilo, I would assume. But, or slightly more. Anyways, we'll see. This is really to dash the hopes of the Canadian. Okay.
A little bit too much on the 200.
That may have opened the door for Angie to try to pull for the win.
Does Angie have a chance here to pull for that gold medal?
You got to assume she will, because her silver medal is not in jeopardy, but the gold medal's up for grabs.
Yep, she puts it up to 233.
Not a girl.
Which is a world record, I believe.
Yeah, it's a world record. And the Canadian going for all the marbles.
What a way to finish.
Yeah, exactly.
To pull for a gold medal, you got to pull for a world record. So it'll be a world total record.
It's going to be historic. Oh, the drama on platform 1.
Pulling for a gold medal, pulling for a world total
in
record
Canada.
In
the Canadian
Canada,
looking to do it. The setup is
like
like a
movie.
movie.
Your fellow Canadians.
I'm glad she's pulling for the gold.
You'd be crazy not to, wouldn't you?
Yeah, you'd be crazy not to.
Could be your only shot.
And she's not risking anything, so.
You know, we know Angie is a solid deadlifter too, so this is within reach. Here we go, 233 for a World Championship gold medal and the world record for total.
Let's see it. Oh my God.
A little bit too much, but you know what? You had to give it a go.
Hats off to her. She had to try.
Wow, what a finish. So Copeland will walk away with a gold medal, and Angie will take the silver, and Whiteley will take the bronze overall.
And quite a few scraps here.
Yeah, now we've got the 84s to see them scrap it out as well. I mean, we've got some close runs there. First, second, and third are a fair way ahead. But could see some scraps for the gold medal there and some scraps for the deadlift medal.
Definitely a lot of lifters at the top. Pretty closely clustered. We'll have to see how the deadlift event plays out.
Jody Pox in our first lifter from the Republic of South Africa, looking for 120 kilograms.
The ball is loaded. Jody Fox in Republic of South Africa.
Jody's been pretty consistent today. Technique bang on point. Attempts well selected. There we go.
Good opening lift right there.
She doesn't make a liar out of me.
Fiona Park from New Zealand, looking for 130 kilograms.
Here comes Fiona Park, 130 kilos. On deck, Grimstad. Bars loaded.
130 kilograms for Fiona Park from New Zealand.
Smooth and easy.
Very smooth lift. Good choice. And here comes the Norwegian, Christina Grimstad Nordstrand, 130 kilograms. I really just like saying that name.
Let's hope you're saying it right, sir. Nicely pulled.
Very, very nicely done on that lift.
3 whites.
Now next lifter, looking for 145 kilograms, Pia Malangoni, Republic of South Africa.
And thus far, we've had no major drama with these openers in the 84 kilo class.
Quick shout out to all the spotters and loaders doing a great job today. Been really fast and really safe.
Yeah, really quick with these loading. We've had some pretty quick turnarounds.
And of course for the referees as well, it's no easy job sitting out there concentrating for this long under those lights.
Nicely done.
Well done. She'll get the white lights on that one. Lafe Agnesdottir from Iceland wants 150 kilograms.
Now she's rounding out. If anyone messes up on the podium, she's keeping herself close,
Yeah,
possibly
she's
making
giving
play.
herself a chance. A good lift. She'll get the popcorn on that one. Let's see if she get the whites. There it is. Pia Volkanen from Finland wants 150 kilograms as well.
Bars loaded.
Smooth.
Making short work of that.
Yep. We have yet to see a single misplaced
She
weight.
gets the popcorn.
Yeah. Yeah. Nobody had any major struggles yet on the openers.
Karen Stealth Tvedt from Norway wants 167.5. She has snuck in under everyone.
Yeah. You know what? The Norwegian rate now, based on projected, is resting in the silver medal position, likely too far away from a gold, but coming into this, based off of a 1 year competing that she put on her profile, you would not have thought she's going to threaten like this. And that was easy work.
A lovely deadlift, and just drops the bar on the way down. Might get red lighted, and she does.
Oh, no.
Just drops the bar trying to put it down.
Oh, it slipped
Just
out of her
slipped out of her
hands.
hand.
Yeah. She didn't do
Been
it
a
on
little
purpose.
disappointed with that. We just relaxed a bit when she got the down command. Got away from her. Jenny Sherwood from Great Britain.
Now, a little interesting. I was just saying she's a medal favorite. Wondering if anyone could catch up. That'd be Gray from the U.S. We'll see if the door just opened for her to take a silver. Check.
Very nicely done from Sherwood. April Gray from the US of A wants 175. Just waiting for a sunny June joke, but nothing.
No.
I left the door
I know.
open.
I know. It's a good showman. You say it. You
I
say it
left the
once.
door
and
open for you.
No. You hit it once and you leave it.
April Gray, 175.
And April, if she hits this, because Karen the Norwegian missed her opener, okay,
Gets that nicely.
could be eyeing that silver.
You know, it'd be interesting to see how Karen goes over the next couple of lifts. She's putting 175 for a second. And it's clearly not too heavy for her.
Well, 167 wasn't too heavy for her,
But if someone has a grip problem,
so that's what I mean.
yeah, I mean,
You're-
it's all
you're
well and
willing
good
to
being able to
do-
lift it up, but you've got to be able to hold it long enough to put it down as well. And we do see some athletes train in their training grounds without placing the bar back down.
And 175, it should also be said, is her previous personal best.
Yeah, so it's a tough call. Alicia Webb from the US of A looking at 180. She's been amazing today.
Nicely done.
To come back and hit that 200 squat was phenomenal. Yeah, I think she's put herself in a position now where no one's really going to peg her down. Even if her day goes bad now, I think she's in a pretty good position.
The Americans knew, put something on really
Yeah.
easy for the opener because you're probably going to win it with your opener.
Yeah, I think that was a smart move.
Yeah.
Jodie Fox from the Republic of South Africa wants
I'm-
127.5. Yeah, I think that was a smart move from the Americans there. Just put an opener on there. Be consistent. Well, that's a tough second lift,
Nice
but
form.
she got through it.
Yeah, I think she's got a little room.
3 wide lights.
It'll be really interesting. Now, I'm really interested in how the Norwegian handles 175. If that's her previous personal best, she hasn't logged a deadlift yet. She might have just retooken the opening weight and then
Look,
jumped
I
big.
think it's a really risky move hitting 175. And she's in a position for a medal. She's got medals. If she doesn't register a deadlift,
She goes from
she blows the whole comp that she had a chance at.
I know, and she with a much smaller. Well, anyways, let's see.
And Christina Glimstad Nordstrand from Norway gets 140, and the white lights to go with it.
Nicely done.
Yeah, that's a tough call from
You know,
Tibet.
very rarely are you so eagerly anticipating a second attempt. Very rarely does your second attempt so greatly impact the overall podium.
Yeah,
but
I
here we
just want
are.
them to hurry up and get through the rest so I can see what happens at Tibet now.
It's like a movie taking place. You can't wait to see how it unfolds. But
Fiona Park from New Zealand, 142.5.
pretty smooth.
Fiona from New Zealand, 142.5. The lift is good.
Pia Marangoni from the Republic of South Africa, 152.5.
7.5 kilo jump.
Cars loaded. Pia Marangoni.
Pia's got some pretty good form. If it turns into a
She's
fight,
been quite an interesting lifter. A squats and a bench press. The descent was quite quick in both, but she's been quite successful. That was a good second lift choice. I mean, she had to work a little bit.
oh no, whoa.
And she's been red carded. Some of the refs have thrown a couple of jaffers up there.
And she ramp it up a little bit.
That's a hard one to tell.
Yeah,
Looks like they got her for soft knees.
soft knees and
And
shoulders.
resting on the thigh, or maybe the shoulder.
Yeah.
All right, the bar's loaded for Gnastotja from Iceland.
Now, this is a somewhat conservative 5 kilo jump. I'm assuming she'll be good for it. Locks the shoulders. Yeah, okay, so there you go.
A good second lift. Let's see what the referees say.
They
3
like it
white
as well,
lights. Pia Volkanen wants 165 from Finland.
Now, Volkanen taking a 15 kilo jump. This is a little bit on the bigger side. I don't think
That's
there's
a big jump.
Is anyone else taking a jump that big for the second attempt? No.
But she's a strong girl and she's got pretty good deadlifts, so
Looking to cover some ground quickly in the deadlift event.
she
This
looks
is how you do
super
it.
focused.
Oh, you know what? Looks like the gamble's going to pay off.
Oh, did she hitch it a little bit there?
She stalled. I don't know if she
Yeah,
hitched.
look, I'm not sure about this. Let's wait and see.
Yeah, 3 lights.
She gets it. 3 white lights.
I don't think she got a sticking point, but I don't know if she's straight hitch. We'll see a
Yeah,
better.
look, you know, it's always hard to see from where we're sitting, you know, and we've got 3 referees up.
Yeah.
We've got 3 referees up there. We're on the best angle. We're going to split second view. Our
Okay.
referees up there doing a great job. And
Here
here
we are,
comes
sir.
Karen Stealth, the vet,
Oh,
the Norwegian. This is probably one of the most important lifts of her career so far.
And
Is it
The
the
most
smart
im-
decision,
the
or
most-
is she going to regret it?
I'm saying, I guess smart.
Yeah,
3
well,
white
she
lights.
fixed it this time.
Woo, woo. The juice is worth the squeeze.
I was watching that right hand, that left hand of hers so closely.
Yeah. No, it stayed in this time. Wowzers. A little bit of high drama for a second attempt.
And that was, you know, that was a really important lift. I mean, if she missed that, she puts herself under pressure for the third and risking the whole competition.
Now, she might have put the silver medal out of reach. No, you know what? They're still pretty close for a deadlift. 10 kilo can be managed.
Jenny Sherwood pulling 180, gets to the top. Great lift.
Now, if Gray gets the second attempt coming up right now, she'll be within 10 kilo and not outside of reason to pull for that
Yeah,
silver.
So, you know, April's putting herself within reach.
We'll have to see how this moves, I guess, if it's realistic.
April Gray looking for 187.5.
I believe her bronze medal's probably going to be out of reach for the fin, so she can get a little dicey. Whoa, her knees coming.
She's having
That
to
is-
work.
you know what?
She's going to push it through, though.
I think she's going to have to settle for that bronze.
She is nobody's April Fool. Gets her 3 white lights.
You did it. You did it.
Been trying to work that one in all day. I don't think she's got a whole lot left in the tank. I don't think
No.
I don't think there's 10 kilos there to catch up.
What that was solidifying her bronze, and she's probably at the end of her rope. She'll come out again. She's got nothing to lose. But now Alicia Webb with 190 kilo, just a 10 kilo jump. She's
Alicia Webb.
pulled so far ahead of the rest of the pack, defending her world title.
Just saw the vice president of the Belarus Powerlifting Federation just entered the building.
Nicely done, Alicia.
Alicia Webb gets a 190 at the top, and the referees say 3 white lights.
Wow, Alicia is so far ahead. Really spun a web and caught some flies. No? No? Can I get no? Okay. Okay. Moving right along. Jody Paxson of Republic of South Africa, 130 kilo. Gary, you coming back to us? Conservative 2.5 kilo final attempt. 2.5 kilo jump.
With 197.
Bars loaded, Jody Boxing.
2.5 kilo is a fairly conservative jump in the deadlift, but the 127.5 was definitely nearing that limit. Wow. She had pep in her step on that last one.
That was fast. We just done a few little calculations. So Alicia Webb's going to pull 1975. That should give her enough for overall best lifter.
Is that what she's chasing now?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure 196 is all she needed. Obviously, you can't do 196, so 197.5 should give her overall best lifter. Christina Grimstad Nordström,
And who?
the Norwegian.
Do you happen to know who she'd be taking that from? No, it's okay to say you don't know.
Wow, I wasn't prepared for the follow-up question, Ryan.
I'm quick with those follow-ups. Hungry for information.
Christina Grimstad Nordström, Norwegian, 150 kilos. Just a little too much. Fiona Park from New Zealand looking at 152.
Yeah, Fiona taking some pretty big jumps here, trying to cover some ground in the deadlift event. 12.5 kilo jump from her opener, a 10 kilo jump from her second attempt. This is really, she's just piling on the kilos in the final event. This is a personal best by 2.5 kilo.
Oh, that's fantastic. 152.5. Her deadlift's been fantastic though, hasn't it? Oh, a little bit too much. You could just see the knees starting to fall in as she lifted that.
Yeah.
And she gets the 3 jaffas. Loading up for Lafoy Agnestotia from Iceland, 160 kilograms. Just cleaning the chalk out of that bar, making sure every lifter has every opportunity for a successful third lift. She 150, 155, 160. Her deadlifts have been great.
Five kilo jump here. Is it too much? Whoa, nice, smooth enough. Slows at the lockout. Does she have her shoulders back? Knees are shaking.
Knees are shaking. Did she lock them?
Yes,
Three
she
white
did.
lights. She's pretty excited about that.
You know, we said before, there's a difference between soft knees and shaky knees. You can lock them. They could be shaking, but it's not like they're not locked out. It's just
And the referees are really good at being able to know the difference between shaking and soft.
exactly. The engine's revving, and it's just a natural, involuntary thing.
Pia Molongoni, Republic of South Africa, 160 kilograms.
Interesting here, she missed 152.5 and jumping 7.5 kilo nonetheless for her final attempt. But she has nothing to lose.
160. Wow, what a mammoth effort.
Just not going to happen
Huge
today.
effort,
Yeah,
though.
got it over her knees.
This one is Valkonen from Finland.
Pia Volkanen from Finland, 170 kilograms. Getting into the business end now.
And when we were in Texas with them, and they fucking just like
5 kilo jump. Handled her second well enough.
170 kilograms for Pia Volkanen.
Has not missed a lift yet in the deadlifts. Looking to go 3 for 3. Currently in 5th place. And this would temporarily move her into 4th, and these are all
She's
points for
really
the national
focused
team.
on this lift.
Yeah.
I think I've not seen her this focused on either of the lifts.
Well, this will, moving up from 5th to 4th, get your team extra points now.
A little bit much. Here we go. Karen Stealth Tibet. We're looking for 185 now.
Karen earlier had been chasing that gold medal, but caught up in Alicia's web and now settling for silver. And I took another stab at it.
That was very well
A little
played.
better this time, a little more
I thought
polished.
that one was
You know,
fantastic.
I rushed it earlier.
No, I thought that one was fantastic. You've
Thank
taken
you.
the time with that one.
Thank you.
Karen Tibet flew under the radar, and here she is, looking at an overall silver medal. She's been absolutely outstanding.
Yeah, she really is. Wow.
Wow,
Oh, no,
she's
just at the
strong.
lockout. No. You know
Just
what?
couldn't quite lock it, but she has been absolutely outstanding. She'll go home with a silver medal from the World Championships.
Well, I was just about to say, does Gray challenge for that silver with her last pull? Because I think Gray is far too, her bronze is assured.
Yeah, I mean, Gray
will
is
she?
in a position to challenge if she wants. It's
Will
a
she?
big challenge.
It is.
But
Like, it could
we
be.
have seen big challenges this week, and some of them paid off.
I don't think they are going to challenge. I think they've accepted the
Bars
bronze.
loaded,
Okay,
they've accepted it.
fair play.
And let's see her pull the 190. This will be a big indication of whether or not she had any more in the tank.
Well, it's only a 2.5 kilo jump from a second, so she probably was. Yeah,
And she
there you go.
didn't have anything more in the
She-
tank, and the U.S. coaches knew that.
Yeah, they were like, look at the 190 is a big ask. 20 more kilos. We're going to move mountains at this point. Fair enough.
All right. Jenny Sherwood looking for 192 and a half.
And this would put her temporarily into the gold for deadlifts. And wouldn't that be nice to leave the World
Well, it'd
Championships with
certainly
the
be
gold?
nice to get a bit of bling hanging around your neck.
There's a little bit of blink you can wear around the neighborhood for a little while.
I mean, a gold medal at the World Championships, that's got to be good for a free coffee at Starbucks, right? Starbucks, if you're listening.
Yeah, I guess it depends where you live. In New York, they won't be impressed. Nice.
Oh, just a little bit too much. But boy, she's had a great day and a great effort.
Yeah, and she handles it well.
Yeah, look, she has been so smiling and happy all day. She's had an absolute ball out there. And now Alicia Webb is pulling for 1975. But most importantly, this will give her best overall lifter.
The champion of champions, my friends.
Yeah, and gold medals are fantastic. World Championships are fantastic. But to get a best overall lifter at the World Championships is something else.
That's pretty prestigious stuff. Let's see if she can pull it off. No pun intended. I'm heating up.
Here we go, Alicia Webb, 1975 for best overall lifter. She's already guaranteed the gold medal at the World Championships, but this is the icing on the cake.
Yes, she looks far more focused for this one. It's 7.5 kilo more. It's not a huge
Not a huge-
jump.
not for Alicia,
Definitely within reason.
but she's had an up and down sort of day.
I know.
She started off not so great, but she's gotten better and better and better.
Just adds to the drama, doesn't it? Whoa, it's fast off the floor.
Can
Did
she
she
lock
lock it
it?
out?
She locks.
And there's your best lifter of the Masters.
Wow, 3 white lights.
Dominating performance.
Not only is she the world champion, she is the best overall lifter.
The champion of champions from a very rough squat, rallied back to nail the squat she missed on her second.
Wow.
Finishes the day, the champion of champions in the Masters division.
She had such a rough start. I mean, at the start of this competition, she failed a squat, came out on a third for that 200 that neither of us thought she was going to get
Yeah,
after
no,
a
I'll
second
be
attempt,
honest.
and then absolutely nailed it and has gotten better and better throughout the competition.
You know,
that is your best lifter.
They say some fighters don't really turn it on until they get hit. That second attempt, she got hit, and you seen the type of heart she
and
had.
she turned it around. Right, don't go too far away. We'll have the medal ceremonies very shortly on platform 1, and then we'll see you at 2 p.m. for the next session.
Are we ready, ladies? Shoulder to shoulder. Come on, give yourself some room there a little bit. The other way. You're much... Okay. Brian, you're ready. Okay? Get your photos. Robert, get out of the way. They want to take photos of the whole group. All right, ladies and gentlemen, handing out the medals for this session, 2 distinguished individuals. Category 1 international referee from Canada, Brock Haywood. Give him a round of applause. And the Secretary General for the International Powerlifting Federation, Dr. Robert Keller. Give him a round of applause. Let's go to our first category, 72 kilo weight class, Masters 1. In the squat, the bronze medal winner hailing from Canada, Vicky Taylor Hood. What? No, second place should not be up here at all. Thank you. Thank you for coming anyway. Silver medal USA, Audrey Butler. Second fight. I said it 17, 18 times. First fight only. And the gold medal winner from Great Britain, Ina Macho. Thank you, ladies. If you step back down, let's move on to the bench press. Bronze medal winner, hailing from Canada, Christine Klug. Silver medal from Great Britain, Anna Lajobi. And the gold medal winner from the United States of America, Audrey Butler. She is not a dairy player. Photos.
1, 2, 3.
Thank you, ladies. Let's move on to the deadlift. Deadlift now. Bronze medal winner, Christine Klug. Silver medal winner, Canada, Vicky Taylor Hood. Gold medal winner, Great Britain, Anna Lajobi.
Ladies, 1, 2, 3.
Total category now. Bronze medal winner, Canada, Christine Klug. Oh, hold on, Sasha, come on. Total, please.
Sasha,
Aren't you paying attention?
total, please.
Total.
There we go.
Canada, bronze medal winner, Christine Klug. Silver medal winner, Vicky Taylor Hood, Canada. Gold medal winner, Great Britain, Anna Lajobi. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for Great Britain's national anthem. Great Britain, national anthem.
One moment.
One moment. I'll give you the mic if you want.
Gino, who's doing the music?
George in the back.
Where's George?
Do you want me to have him sing it?
No, where's
Come on,
George?
the crowd will love that.
Where's George? Perform.
All right, they're working on it. They're having some technical issues, folks. They are back there.
Does anybody else
Fiercely
know the
working on
national
that.
anthem? Anybody know the national anthem of Great Britain? Let's sing it,
All right,
guys!
hold on. We're gonna have George. We're gonna have him start it off. Okay? He's got a beautiful voice. Ladies and gentlemen, get ready for a real treat. Acapella.
God save our gracious Queen, long live our loyal Queen. God save the Queen, send her victorious, happy and glorious, long to reign over us. God save the Queen.
Joe Whiteley, ladies and gentlemen, Joe Whiteley. What a great baritone that was. Load them up. All right, next category, 84 kilo weight class masters, one spot bronze medal winner, United States of America, April Bray. Oh, hold. That is 84.
84 plus.
Oh, 84 plus, Sasha, 84 plus.
84 plus.
We reversed them, Sasha, because of the number of lifters in each category. We had to reverse that. 84 plus come down before 84. All right, 84 plus kilo weight class masters, one spot, bronze medal winner, Great Britain, Joe Whiteley. Silver medal winner, Great Britain, Tracy O'Callaghan. Gold medal winner, USA, Melissa Copeland.
Ladies, 1, 2, 3.
Bench press, bronze medal winner, Great Britain, Joe Whiteley. Silver medal, Canada, Angie Winans. So gold medal winner, United States of America, Melissa Copeland.
All right, ladies, 1, 2, 3. Deadlift, please.
Deadlift, bronze medal winner, Great Britain, Joe Whiteley. Silver medal winner, United States of America, Melissa Copeland. Gold medal winner, Canada, Angie Winans.
Ladies, 1, 2, 3.
Total category, bronze medal winner, Great Britain, Joe Whiteley. Silver medal winner, Canada, Angie Winans. And the gold of America. Big round of applause for our winners. All right, George, if we can get some exiting music, Susan will escort our ladies that way around the front of the platform, ladies. Give them a round of applause now. Kilo weight class, please report to the staging area. 84 kilo weight class, please report to the staging area now. All right, here we go. 84 kilo weight class. Masters 1 squat, bronze medal winner, United States of America, April Gray. Silver medal winner, Karen Tveit. Gold medal winner, USA, Alicia Webb.
All right, ladies. 1, 2, 3.
Thank you, ladies. You may step back now. Bench press, bronze medal winner, USA, April Gray. Silver medal winner, Iceland, Lavi, Agnes Volkia. Gold medal winner, USA, Alicia Webb.
Ladies, 1, 2, 3.
Deadlift now. Bronze medal winner, Great Britain, Jenny Sherwood. Silver medal winner, USA, April Gray. And the gold medal winner, USA, Alicia Webb. Photos.
All right, ladies. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Yeah.
Total category, bronze medal winner, USA, April Gray. Silver medal winner, Norway, Karen Trevett. Come on, Arlen, let me hear you, Arlen. And the gold medal winner, also receiving the best overall lifter by formula across all Masters lifters, regardless of the weight class. A big round of applause from the United States of America, Alicia Webb! Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the national anthem of the United States of America. Big round of applause for our winners. All right, George, some exiting music. Bring him around, Susan, and all of our audience will give them a continuous round of applause.